small burst of electricity so that they change their state. And then if you leave the electricity on so that you can change their state back and forth, it burns the wires just because the electricity is there. And just that, ugh. I had to deal with one of those things. I'm like, who the fuck would put that in there? Absolutely annoying. By the way, Laura, I saw the I don't know, what was that guy's name again? I keep forgetting that guy's name. The guy who called Elon a non-American?
Who?
Fuck.
Steve Bannon?
Yeah. Yeah.
You said they removed that you kind of repeated some of the lies you were saying earlier. Remember that?
No, I didn't repeat it. I said that I apologized and that there was a debate that took place about whether it was doxing. And even though I conceded and said, okay, I apologize, and I posted my apology, and I was sincere in my apology, he had asked me if my account was still if it was still unverified, and I said yes. So I said I thought that, being given the fact that I had acted in good faith, and I am sincerely sorry, and I apologized, and I meant what I said, and I answered everybody's questions. I figured that we'd be able to resolve this issue and put it behind us and move forward.
Gotta ask. Oh, do you want to play the clip in question? Because I feel like it's probably an important context.
You can play it. I already said what I said. I already mentioned that I apologized. I wouldn't have apologized if I didn't mean what I said on the space the other night.
It's the thing.
And I'm getting attacked viciously for apologizing. There's people who have said they're unfollowing me and that they're never going to support me again because they think that I bent the knee. Oh, well.
Well, that's going to be a people problem, and has very little to do with the fact that you had to apologize, and more so to do with the fact that these people are flawed and they have issues and they depend on, I don't know, drama. And I think that maybe if one is a journalist. Yeah, go ahead.
Well, as I said, I apologized. I said that I apologized. So all I said was, there was a discussion that took place about doxing, and there was a disagreement about whether it was doxing because I had argued that it was public records, but in the end, I admitted that it had constituted as doxing according to the policy laid out by X, and I apologized, even though I said I was not intentionally, deliberately trying to dox anybody. It was an honest mistake, and I said I'm sorry.
Okay, so what about this one specifically? Well, let me put this.
Laura, real quickly, he's a free speech absolutist. The platform's supposed to be about free speech absolutism. What is your current status, man? What has happened to you on that platform?
Well, if he's a free speech absolutist, why was my account suspended? Why was my verified premium account taken away from me? So if you subscribe to me, thank you for your support, but you will no longer be able to subscribe to me because Elon Musk has suspended your ability to support my work because he doesn't like what I said. If you want to verify that my account is me and it's not some troll trying to pretend to be me, you're not going to be able to verify my account anymore because I have lost my verification, my blue check, because Elon Musk doesn't like what I said. I didn't dox anybody. I posted publicly available FEC records. I didn't incite violence against anybody. I am simply trying to warn the Trump administration about something that is going to blow up in their face. And it actually has the risk of potentially getting President Trump impeached in his second term if the Democrats take back the House and are successfully able to spin and create a narrative that big tech is trying to buy influence and that they are enriching themselves in the Trump administration. I'm trying to warn them about a serious issue on the horizon, and it needs to be taken seriously because clearly the MAGA base is up in arms about this today.
So
yeah, I said what I said, and I again am going to say
again,
what
the
I said
part
the
that's
other
wrong.
night.
Again, the part that's wrong. You repeated the same thing that you said earlier, which you then apologized for because it was a lie. And this is also a lie. You did dox someone, be it unintentional or intentional, doesn't matter. The fact of the matter is that you did dox someone by accident, if that is in fact the case, because even though the FEC information is public, the personal information, as per the terms of service of the platform, is to be obfuscated, as in not published. That is clearly stated as rules.
Can I ask you a question?
That constitutes a dox. That's defined.
Can I ask you a question? So what I'm confused about here is the other day, David Sachs put this tweet out and said, "Oh, Laura posted the wrong FEC document. It's the wrong serum." And now everybody is saying, okay, that I doxed serum, and I apologize. And I said that I was sorry, and I am sorry. I do believe that FEC information is public information, but
Yeah,
regardless,
it is
I
public
doxed.
information, but the personal information contained within the
Okay.
public information
Yes.
is not to be spread on the
Yes.
platform as
Okay,
per the
and
platform's
we
rules,
agreed.
which you
would
We
agreed
like-
to.
agreed. We agreed.
I would
we
like
agreed
to
to that. But
mention-
I want to ask a question. Logically speaking,
Now, we didn't agree
is
on
David
anything. It was
Sachs-
an agreement with you and the platform that is you using the platform and not abiding by its rules. It has nothing to do with
Yeah, but we
censorship.
agreed.
I
but
should
but I
mention-
agreed. We agreed the other night that I would apologize, and I apologized. So my question
Yes, and
is
are you back to
logically-
doing the same thing you did before?
No, I'm asking logically
Yeah.
speaking, if it
Laura,
wasn't his
Laura.
address.
Laura, stop. Okay. I'm just gonna say this, and I'm gonna say this through and through. I went to bat for you, and you slapped me in the face. And
didn't slap
that's and no,
anybody in the
yeah,
face.
yes,
My
yes, you did.
verification is
Let
not-
me no, Laura. I don't care about your verification. The bottom line is that we told you act in good faith. This doesn't mean
I am acting
that,
in
no,
good
no,
faith.
no. This doesn't mean that I get off spaces at 3:17 in the morning East, and the first thing that I see is another fucking document with a name and a zip code on it, and all it takes is a
That's
copy
not,
and paste.
That's not
That
a
is-
zip code. That is a blocked out FEC record. What are you talking about?
It
You're not
does,
even making
Laura.
any sense right now.
Laura, if you go to the
There's
bottom
still
of
a
the
There's no
page,
policy on X that says you're not allowed to post any FEC records. So no, I'm
No,
not going to let you sit here and
Hold
tell
on.
me that.
Hold on.
It
Wait.
specifically states that you're not allowed to release any personal information, and the personal information
so
is
where did
contained
the-
within
where
the
did the
public
personal
information that the
information-
FEC records are. Wait, what?
Jordan,
Look, you don't need to post. You don't need to post the zip code as well as the city he lives in to show the FEC record.
there was no personal information last night.
Laura, it's not. It's about the fact that his name and the zip code are at the bottom of the page. You could cut off
Because
the
it's
whole
an
bottom.
FEC record.
You could.
Oh
You
my
could.
God. It's
listen.
ridiculous.
Listen. You could crop out the whole bottom and still get the same result. That's the whole point. It's
No.
sloppy journalism. Yes.
It's not sloppy. It's a PO box, and there's nothing that says that you can't post
No,
a
it's-
zip code.
Laura, no, it's not. I look. Let me put it to you this way.
Whatever.
I went.
There's
I,
a million
look.
people that have posted FEC reports, and nobody has ever said anything. I've been posting FEC records for like 2 years now, and no one's
Okay,
had an
well,
issue with it.
yeah. Do you
Journalists
get
on
you
the
know
left
that
and
little
the
pop,
right.
Laura, you know that little pop up that pops up every single time the terms of service go, and you click OK real quick. That means you agree to the new terms.
There's nothing on there that was personal last night. There's nothing on there. You're acting like I violated the rules last night. There's nothing on there
not
that's personal.
Laura. That's not the point. The point is not that you broke the rules.
It is the point.
No. Listen. The point is that you broke the rules. We said act in good faith. You went and posted another record right after, like you didn't
Why
learn
is that
anything.
not in good faith?
And then
It's
you go
journalism.
and then
I'm
you go
reporting
and then
the
you go
fact
on
that the
TV
Google
and then
CEO
you go on
traveled with
TV
Kamala
and hang
Harris.
everybody out to
I am
dry.
a journalist. You're
Oh my
trying to
God.
suppress my ability to do my work as a.
All right, I've had enough.
You told me that you
I
said
don't
that
wanna
you're
have, like-
against Kamala Harris. Why can't I report the fact that?
Damn, this person's immune to muting. Now I know what people must have felt like when they were trying to mute me a while back. Because the all mute button is a bit of a problem. Anyways, my brain is already beginning to hurt. I don't want to have like headaches for the second day in a row. That's going to be a bit of a problem. The matter of the fact is that what you stated in the clip that we just played, this was after the fact of the apology that you made, was in fact a lie. Okay. Now we can disagree on the fact that the zip code in conjunction with the name can be explained as personal information. You can say whatever you want about that. That's not for us to decide. That's not that's. Should you redact it? Probably yes. I would redact it myself. Probably just leave the name. I suppose that would be all right. But redacting the zip code, 100%, man. That would be the bare minimum. Any of that information, because that's not okay. It's not a good thing, right? Beyond that, you keep repeating that the FEC records are public information. This is true, yet the policy of the platform that you are seeking to publish it on has standards, and those standards and rules are: do not share personal information. And if personal information is contained within the publicly available FEC record and you post that here, obviously you're going to have a problem, right? That is not censorship. Those are just house rules. You don't have to do that. You didn't have to do that. And also, your account was not suspended either. It was locked. Okay, so that's another lie. Your account is not suspended, as you're clearly still here, and your account was just locked for 12 hours. You've said so yourself. The screenshots were posted by Owen at the time because you were locked out at the time of him posting it, Owen Schroyer, and it stated there exactly that your account is going to be locked for 12 hours. Because of that post, which contained the personal information that you didn't redact properly in the publicly available FEC records. It is nothing other than that.
Also, I would like to mention.
People who choose.
Go ahead, Ada.
Yeah. You can find the public information of every single person in the United States by paying $10 to a people search website. You can find out where they live. You can find out their phone number, unless you go to extreme lengths to hide that information. So just because their FEC record is public doesn't mean you should be publishing that, right?
Especially for someone like you, your following is a what could be defined as a cult following. And so somebody who'd probably want to impress you would be like,
My
we're going to
following
get
is
to
a
that
MAGA
person's address. We're
following.
going to fuck the guy up. You know, someone might do that. The chance that happens greatly increases when you put this individual's personal information out on the internet for all to see. And if that wasn't the case, by that same token, why is then everybody so mad about the Nick Fuentes docs? Because guess what? If this would have gotten as big as the Nick Fuentes docs had gotten, then probably someone would have gone to his house as well. The difference, of course, being here that your account is pretty large, and I'm pretty sure now this isn't. I don't understand. I don't know this from Exercide. Okay, if I was a person, I as an individual who has worked in IT and who has dealt with moderation with other people, and it's a difficult story to explain, right? I would watch problematic individuals and see whether or not they do something fucked up, so that when they try to cause damage, the damage is mitigated by a quick action. Okay, so in your case, since it was already so big, people looked at it and be like, okay, you know, there we go, deal with it real quick. That was the difference, right? So you should have understood that was a problem.
Well, I have a big problem with people who choose by their own free will. We're not talking about ad revenue here. We're talking about my supporters who want to choose whether they support me with their own money every single month are now denied that opportunity. And you can say that it's not censorship, but all my posts now are being labeled as probable spam. And I have like 1,000 DMs today from people who have said, "Oh my God, I can't see you anymore. Your name doesn't show up. I have to manually search you." And then I have people telling me that my name doesn't even show up in the search box. So yes, that is censorship. And
Okay,
that's my
but
livelihood. That's my
that
livelihood.
is not
this
true.
That's
Your
my livelihood.
engagement.
this
Okay,
is
Laura
not
Cat, you go ahead.
this is not actually a public forum. You sign a contract to engage
Elon
in,
said it was. Elon said it was. He said it was the town square and that it was. He said that I hope that even my
and
strongest critics remain on this platform.
and there
Laura,
is
Laura,
more
Laura,
Doxing
it is
someone is not criticism.
there
Laura
is
Cat,
more
go ahead.
Laura.
speech on this
Sorry.
platform than any other
Okay.
platform. But that does not mean that you can just say anything with impunity. You still agree to terms of service. There are still rules of conduct.
And Laura, just so you know, this is the reason why I went back and looked at everything, and I waited and I said, "Hey, and look, here's the thing." And this is a town square, right? I went and I made a deal with the person who's working your case, and I said, "Okay, 2 weeks, no check mark, and she'll act in good faith, and she'll post one original content video directly to X in good faith." You want to know what that is? That means that you're coming back to the platform, you're doing good things, and that's great, right? That's exactly what you and I also agreed to as well. And everybody already knows. Every single one of my followers knows. Don't fucking test me because I'll post it. We all agreed to it. I will post all of it, but I won't have to because I already know. Okay? We did. We agreed to it. And the first thing you did was you did that. Now you didn't
But
break the
it's
rules
not a
like we said. No, no,
violation to
Laura,
post
Laura,
what I
don't
did
interrupt
last
me.
night.
Laura,
You're
Laura,
acting
don't
like you're trying to
Laura.
have editorial control over my journalism.
No,
It's just
that's not
not
editorial.
ethical.
Laura, no, listen. You didn't have to post the zip code and the name after, okay?
The
After
name
you had
the name is
listen,
what proves it. The name is
after
what proves it.
li,
You don't
li,
understand how this works, Jordan. You don't work in politics. You clearly don't
look,
Okay,
understand.
you also don't work in politics because you're journalists, and journalists are not supposed to work in politics because if they do, they're biased, which is kind of ironic given what you just said. Anyways, you don't work in politics, and you're also never going to work in politics unless you give one or two things up, which would be journalism in this case, because if you're going to be a journalist, you have to be unbiased. And if you work in politics, that means you have to defend a very specific position, and if you do that, that clearly outlines that you have a conflict of interest, which I'm pretty sure Laura Cat might agree to here, if that is accurate. So, anyways, besides that, let's get back to the ground, to the ground problem here. You lied again. That's it. That's the only thing we have an issue with. And you call that journalism. That is not journalism. That is a lie. And if you think that that is something that journalism is, then you're using probably legacy media's definition of journalism. And given that they constantly lie, and now they've gone so far as to say that I'm Elon's alt account in their infinite fucking wisdom. I'm actually glad that they did that because it makes them look absolutely fucking stupid. And I hope that they keep fucking up over and over and over and over again, because then finally, maybe everyone is going to ditch the goddamn magazines and say, fuck this. We're going to come here to X and look for the news instead. And this is where you come in. This is where it's a problem with you. Because if you then spread lies on the app that people use for news, that is a problem. And community notes are there and they do all kinds of things, but there are only so many contributors, you see, and that is a problem. Don't exhaust the resources of the platform just because you think, oh, I'm going to get away with it. Yeah, you could get away with it, but you're going to do a lot of damage, and that's not good. You're basically becoming legacy media. We're the media. We're trying to get to the bottom of something. We're interrogating you. We're trying to hold people accountable. We're trying to basically keep history and say, this happened here, this happened here, this happened here, this happened there, right? And you are trying to lie. So we're the media now, and you're legacy media. That's what this looks like.
All right. I'm gonna bring up someone to see if what points they can make.
look,
I
look,
know
Laura,
the whole. Hold on,
the
wait,
whole piece.
wait. So I'm gonna bring up someone just to see what points they can make. I don't know if they're gonna be friendly. I don't know how they're gonna react, but
Can I just say
I,
one thing?
Oh
yeah,
my
go
God.
ahead.
Laura, the only bad thing is that you said you agreed and then you posted it again. You didn't have to do that. And I
I
didn't
was
follow
not
you. I
myself
didn't
for
follow
that
you. I
long.
didn't know you.
I
So
was not
and like
saying
no listen. And like you said, I'm not biased, right? I don't know politics. I don't know journalism, which means I was right down the middle on it. I like I said, I don't discredit anything you've ever done. You have done great news. But like I said, just like Harry Potter, thou shalt not tell lies. And that is the only reason why you are here and we are grilling you so this doesn't happen again. That is it.
No,
But
you want to destroy somebody's livelihood. Just admit it. Just stop talking. You want to take
why
away
would
somebody's
I want to
livelihood,
destroy your
Jordan.
why would I of all people want to destroy your
You
livelihood?
clearly do. You just said you're okay with it being taken away. So whatever. Just go
What?
enjoy taking away
When did
someone's
he say
livelihood.
that? When did he say
You
that
just
it's
I
said,
okay
know
"Oh
that
well,
you're
2 weeks without it unverified." You know that my subscribers pay a
I didn't hear
monthly
him say
fee
that.
to
You're
subscribe
making
to
it up.
me. No, I'm not. You literally just said that you made a deal with whoever you spoke with at X. You just said that, Jordan, and you could replay the clip. And they said 2 weeks, no check mark. We all just heard you say that. You just said it. So
yeah.
you think it's okay for someone to
And
be
Laura,
deprived of their livelihood?
Laura, do you want to know why?
I swear
Because
to God, man.
literally all you do is go back and start again and cause more fires. The last
Why
part of
am
the
I
clip
not
that they
allowed to
didn't
speak? Why am I not allowed to talk?
You
I don't
are
understand who the
speaking.
fuck
You
you think
are
you are that I'm
speaking.
not allowed to
You're
do my
speaking right now,
journalism.
Laura. What are
Yeah,
you
Like, who
you're
the
talking about?
fuck
speaking.
do you think you are to tell me that
Okay,
I
okay,
can't
that's
do my
enough. Okay, that's enough.
journalism?
That's enough. That's enough. Okay, that's enough. God. You are speaking, you are posting, everything is working, and you can't
It's
say that
not
you've been
work.
throttled. No, that's bullshit. You're not being throttled. I'm looking at your engagement right now, and it's even up more than it had been before the incident. All of your posts are getting a great amount of impressions. I don't see the problem here. I'm looking at all of your posts here. They're getting a decent amount of impressions, decent amount of comments. This is looking good for an account like yours. This is all right. For an account that doesn't even have the check mark, you're doing very well, actually. So, huh? I don't get it. How's your speech suppressed?
Because it's listing my comments as probable spam, and I paid for premium.
All of
And
them?
so
Okay,
if
how
I
about
paid
this? How
for
about this? How about
premium
this?
to have a check mark,
How about this? Leave a comment under my space. By the way, Blythe, can you let Auto back up again so I can like?
Yeah, I'm looking for him. I don't see him in the quests. If I see him pop
That's
up, I'll
annoying.
let him up.
You know what, Laura? I will act in good faith. Okay? I will act in good faith. If
Laura Cat, I'm
and
gonna
this is in
make you
front of
co-host real quick so you can find out and bring him up, and then I'll switch it out for him.
this is 3,800 people listening. Just redact what you need to redact, please. Please. Please, Laura. That's all we're at. That's all we're really asking is just take the extra second to do it. That's it. And I will personally make sure that you get it, okay? Literally
get
as
what?
we
My
speak.
check mark?
Yes, but there is a but. You're going to need to wait for a reply on the email on the subscribers, and I don't want to
I
hear,
don't have an
oh,
email from them. What email?
okay, you will get one. You will get one, okay?
By the way, Laura
Just
Cat, I'm gonna remove you
relax.
from co-host real quick so like Auto can step back in. By the way, thanks for.
I just
Okay.
need you to breathe,
Awesome.
okay?
Okay, now
Just breathe.
you're gonna be invited co-host. Then we're gonna have to bring Laura Cat back up again.
I really hope you learned your lesson.
Auto, did you get
I
the
really
invite?
do.
The co-host thing?
Yeah, he did.
Okay, cool. Then you have
Yeah,
to
fun
bring
fact,
Laura
Adrian.
Cat back up
Fun
again
fact.
because he's
Briefly.
when you disconnect someone from co-hosts, then they like basically remove
brought
from
him
the
up.
space. They have to bring him back up again.
It fucks
So
them
if
up.
I
Yes.
redact my reports going forward, I get my subscribers back. If I redact
I don't know about
everything,
that kind of
including-
deal. This is nothing to do with me. I am not making
Yeah,
any
Yeah, I
promises
have
here.
no
I don't know
idea.
what kind of
Laura,
I have no idea what's
what kind
going on.
of abilities
Laura.
Jordan has, but I have no idea of this.
Laura, I
What?
can't guarantee the subscribers back until you hear back from X, okay? You just need to wait. I don't know how much more clear I can be
I know
besides wait.
I don't have an email out to them, so how I didn't get an email to
You
respond to.
you will get one, and this is the same thing I've explained to you now 4 days in a row. It takes a while to go back, and everybody has to go and look at every single sub all the way through because it was pulled just because of the way that the system works, okay? There's a reason why we're having this town hall. It's an experiment to make sure that things can go smoothly as a third party, like you said. Jordan, you don't know how this works. You don't know politics. You don't know journalism. Well, you know what I know? Guess what I did for 20 years? Take a wild guess. IT and customer support. So when I go and look at your proof and I go look at the proof that's put against you, guess what I get to do? Deliberate. But of course, I'm wiping the crust out of my eyes, and the first thing that I see is Laura Loomer on Steve Bannon talking about civil war and all types of crazy shit. And why do I have? Why is that?
Okay,
Why
first
is
of
that
all,
the first thing I have to wake up to instead of eating eggs?
oh my God, come on. I was not inciting civil war. I was talking about neo-reactionary political theory and how they want to flame nationalist tensions in order to establish civil war to implement a monarchy. It's political philosophy. I was talking about a political philosophical movement, not actually inciting civil war. Come on.
That's a fringe movement because I don't think there's ever going to be. By the way, I think
I
the
don't
words were
subscribe to it. Tell that to Elon.
MAGA
I
Civil
believe
War, was it?
Elon
I don't know.
subscribes to that. I'm pretty
No
sure
way. No way. He
Elon,
does not.
and I have no idea whether he does. I want to get him on the record saying this, but I know that his friends like Peter Thiel and even JD Vance have
No.
issued support for this neo-reactionary movement.
No. That's not true.
Okay.
That's not true. That's not true.
Peter
That is
Thiel
that
funds
is an
Curtis Yarvin.
interpretation.
No,
That
no,
is
no,
an
no, no. It's
interpretation.
not. Peter Thiel funds Curtis Yarvin. Okay, that's not an
Fund
interpretation.
him
That's a
how?
fact.
Do you have proof of this?
He's a big supporter and a funder of Curtis Yarvin.
Oh, you
Look,
say a lot of
Laura.
things, but the more you say, the less I believe.
I'm gonna pull it up and DM you. I'll DM you the link.
Laura,
I'll DM it to you.
can you do me a favor? And this is all I want, and this is all we all want. Okay? Can we have like 7 days of no chaos? Like, can you just promise me that? Because like I'm gonna go to bat for you one more
But what
time.
is defined as chaos? Like the
This.
goalposts keep moving,
Don't
and
incite civil war. Like,
I'm
come
not
on.
inciting civil war.
Like,
You're acting
hello?
ridiculous.
No, I'm not. No,
I did not.
I'm really
You're
not.
not. But you're being dishonest. Go and listen.
Laura,
You're being
I'm the
dishonest.
least dishonest.
I didn't
Laura, I
say
have nothing
to
to
be
gain and
civil
nothing to
war. I said
lose.
I was worried that they're trying to do this to incite a civil war within the MAGA faction. Like, why are you
Okay.
saying that I
Can you
should
do me
call for civil war?
can you do me one favor? One.
Depends. You're asking for a lot of favors.
Can you give them 7 days, 7 business days to figure out the subscriber situation? By then you should have an answer. I would assume you would, because
Counting
that's
the days that have passed already?
no, absolutely starting Monday, because you literally ruined Christmas.
Well, I'm Jewish. I got 8 nights to celebrate.
Yeah.
Wow.
You ruined Christmas. I hate to say it, but you did.
You
Hey,
like
Adrian, really
I
quickly.
hate to say it, but
Sorry to
like you
interrupt.
literally
Adrian,
like
But
I
I'm
have a friend
Jewish.
waiting to come up in the audience here. I just sent you a DM on Discord.
What does
Like-
Bro do?
ruin Hanukkah
Laura, from
too.
like
experience,
Laura,
it's
you have to
worse if you're
understand
Jewish.
All
something.
right, that's enough.
It's
Enough
worse from
screaming. Enough
experience.
screaming. If you're gonna scream
Hold
all
on.
over, if you're gonna scream over each other, no fucking way we're gonna have a communication. This is not fucking happening. Okay?
I know.
One
Okay.
after another.
So go ahead, Jordan.
Here's the only thing, okay? When somebody has to call me, and I've changed my number, mind you, 4 times, and has to drag me out of my goddamn hole to come and talk because people are running rampant, that's not good, okay? And the reason why we're having this town square is because coming up, you're going to be held accountable. You're going to be held every fucking time you do some dumb shit. You're going to be held accountable in front of everybody, and everybody's going to know this isn't you taking a knee. Nobody is discrediting you. You need to understand that.
But
Everybody
this just sounds
hears
like
that.
such a threat. Like it's basically like get in line or else we're gonna target you. Like what
Laura,
does that even
Laura,
mean?
No, 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 no,
no,
no,
no,
no,
no,
no, no,
no,
no, no,
no,
no, no.
no,
Well,
no,
what
no,
do you
no.
mean by that? Every time you're gonna be held accountable. Like for what? It sounds like you don't even want me opening my mouth.
Laura, you've
Okay,
had
I've had enough. Now, what we were saying specifically, again, so we can like circle back to this because this is a tactic that I've seen now being used multiple times, and it's really annoying. By the way, Elliot, for your friend, can you like kind of have him text you what he wants to say, and then we'll vet if that's actually going to be productive, and then we'll let him up and have him say it himself. Anyways, getting back here, the tactic is we're going to speak as much nonsense as possible, and then we're going to see if people are going to memory hole reality itself. That's not going to happen here. Okay? So I repeat again, that's how we're going to fix this with repetition. I repeat here again. The reason why this conversation is happening is because you lied about a bunch of stuff, and the only reason why the conversation of redacting certain things on an FEC record is even a conversation here is because you leave certain things, or have left certain things, unredacted. Say, for instance, one of the things that you should probably redact would be a fucking zip code. Because zip code in conjunction with a name, you know the rest. No bueno for individual in question. Okay? You don't have to do it. You should do it. It's just a good thing to do. It's a very good thing to do, actually, as a matter of fact, because we all know what happens if, again, zip code and name. That's all. We're not asking of anything else.
I have some news, Adrian.
What is it?
Elon Musk is playing Path of Exile 2 right now, and he's speaking while you're speaking here.
Right,
So that
exactly.
confirms that you two are not the same person.
Exactly.
So that's for any low IQ subtard in the audience who think that you are Elon Musk.
Precisely. Okay, let's see. Did he post that in the Pee-wee 2 community, or is that just out there?
It's on his timeline, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, it's on his timeline. Yeah.
Well, hold on a second. He's a tech billionaire, so what's stopping him from having 2 heads with 2 different mouths?
Oh, he was streaming 15 minutes. He was streaming for 15 minutes.
Yeah, he was, yeah. While you were talking, by the way, I was
Oh, nice.
watching.
Ironic, yes, true. Yeah. That happened
Playing
25
hardcore.
minutes ago, and live for 15 minutes. Yeah, that about makes
Mhm.
that is about right. I was speaking at the moment while that was happening. Yes, that
Alright.
was true.
All right,
Just sent you a
Blythe.
There we
DM,
go.
Adrian.
That's definitive
Mhm.
proof. There you go.
Mhm.
Blythe.
Yes. Yeah.
I think after you use the co-host feature, for some reason it fucked my my co-host, so I can't let anyone up.
Okay.
Really? Oh, that's
Okay, let me
weird.
remove you again and bring you back up again.
That's amazing.
Okay. This is the spaghetti code. This is the spaghetti code problem. Don't worry. This is a thing with spaces that has happened for years. It's a very old thing. It happens. There are easy remedies for this. I think that the
Built on Periscope,
problems
right?
actually increase with the amount of speakers you have on a panel. That is what I've noticed. So
Yep.
Yeah.
it is better to have less speakers on the panel. So I'm going to bring him back up again. Blythe, do you still see him?
He's now in a speaker position.
All right, invite him.
Oh, he's already speaker.
Nice. Nice. Okay, we'll work this time.
Am I
Okay.
correct in asserting that Spaces is built off the backs of Periscope?
Yes,
Periscope.
that
Yep.
is true. Yes, as far as
That
I know.
explains a lot.
They need
Including,
to
of course,
remedy
live
that, yeah.
streaming as well. And it's funny. I once had a conversation with a bunch of these people who think they understand how the platform works. Like just the improv person. It says, "Well, everything has changed. They sunset Periscope, and it's not based on Periscope anymore." And I'm like, "What? They sunset the apps, but they didn't sunset the live features because you're clearly using them." Like,
Yeah,
no,
the back
that's
end.
not right. That's not true. And I'm like, have you ever used X live streams like at all? Turns out he hadn't. I was like, okay, well, if you had used it, there's this little thing where on the source you see .pscp.tv. I think it's or .pscp, something like that. So it's Periscope.
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know,
PSCP.tv.
for some
Proof.
reason, the fucking speaker. This is still fucked up. I still can't really let people on. I
My
managed to let
God.
one person on.
Have you like restarted the
and
phone?
then
Have it like restarted the app and everything?
yeah,
Try
yeah.
clearing cache.
I also tried finding my other phone. I seem to have lost it for some fucking reason.
Clear media storage.
So not going well right now.
Not going well. Gotcha. Okay, if you can find the other phone, that would be great. We'll see if I can move around somehow, I suppose. By the way, BP, thanks for joining.
No problem.
What brings you by?
Thanks for having
Welcome.
Oh, just popping on. Please do not DM me any bullshit. Just, a nice little ask. I don't want to hear your opinions about liability or anything Loomer related. Thank you very much. I could care less.
She's
That is
just
all.
here to chill, basically.
Yeah.
I love this space.
You know the
It's
chill
very
dude
chill.
meme?
Even
That's
with
her,
the
but it's a
debates.
woman, so it's good.
I'll take it.
Nice. Okay,
My God, is it fucking raining where I am? I can't be sure.
maybe. Hope they don't engineer
Yeah,
the
like
weather too hard
outside.
this time.
It looks weird, like it's very foggy for some reason, and that is abnormal for Dubai. Yeah.
Well, how about that?
Oh, wow.
Yeah. It's foggy. What the fuck?
Hey, really quick, Adrian, I've got some updates for you.
All right. The way he says that.
I'd send that to me.
Yeah, a lot of the suggestions, I'd say send that to Auda. He's the one who vets a lot of things. He's the vetter guy. And I can't see anything that's happening in the listener section either, so I won't be able to
Oh, yeah.
bring him
All right,
up.
I found my other phone. I'm gonna switch to that. See if
All right.
that fixes anything.
All right. Do I like remove him or just okay? Let's see
Maybe.
what
No,
happens.
I guess
you don't need
maybe?
to. You don't need to remove me. I'll just change over to that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have a question for BP. It says in your bio that you're an ex-employee. It's like, don't you think it's inappropriate then to be speaking out publicly like you just did and say that you don't care about anything Loomer related? Like, isn't it your job as an ex-employee to care about
Oh,
issues that affect the
yeah,
X
that's
platform?
because
I'm just
all
asking you because it just
ex-employees
seems
all
kind of
have the
like,
same exact job, right?
She's being sarcastic,
well,
obviously.
what is that job? That's what I'm asking.
I am
So,
here to
what
keep
is your
our
job?
employees and our people safe from people that want to cause harm to them. And that is my job. That is my only job. And if you have any more questions about it, you just let me know.
So are there other ex-employees on this
I don't know. I don't
space,
track
is
what
you're
other
saying?
ex-employees do on their fun free time.
So your job at X is to protect employees of X on and off platform?
I don't. Why are you trying to like pick?
I'm just
I
asking
don't
you. What
understand
do
your
you do for
question.
X? That's what I'm asking. You said that your job is to make sure that people who work for X are protected, like in a security manner, like a physical manner, or in terms of like protecting their physical information online. Like, what do you mean your job is to
Both of those
protect them?
things. So protective intelligence covers all of that. So from physical security concerns to doxing our employees, protecting that, personal information online, trying to help them do some scrubs. But mostly it's the physical safety aspect of keeping everyone safe.
So, are you a licensed security official?
I have my certified threat manager certification, if that is what you mean, as a threat assessor. Yeah.
Does that include CCW?
I don't know what the hell a CCW is. What is that, a gun thing?
A concealed carry
Yeah,
permit?
you don't need
Do you
that
have
where
a
I
Do you
am,
have a gun
and
license?
we're not going to go down that
No,
rabbit hole.
that's why I was wondering, like, if you do like physical protection too, or if it's just online in the room.
No,
of
you don't want
X
to
when you
see
say
my janky butt trying to do physical protection. Like I said, it's protective
Oh,
intelligence.
okay. Okay, interesting. Do you work out of well, I guess they moved their well, they're not the headquarters, so well, you're probably not going to tell
Yeah,
me
I'm
that
not.
anyway.
Sorry.
You're not going to tell me where you. And so, as an ex-employee, what draws you to Adrian's spaces?
I have been drawn to Adrian's spaces for many months because I enjoy the topics that they cover. I love the tech talks. I think he's a phenomenal host and he doesn't take any shit from anybody. And I love it when he can articulate in ways that many of us cannot. Just genuinely enjoy him. So, yeah.
Thank you.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
Thanks for answering my questions.
No problem.
I'll follow you.
You know, there's like at least one or two movie scenes that I might have seen in my life where people are sitting at a table, they just like finished having an argument, and everybody's just looking at each other, waiting for somebody to say something. It's like
Yes.
you have the
Yes.
eyes glance back and
Yes.
forth. That's exactly what that just feel like.
Yeah.
What that just felt like.
I don't have energy. This is fun. About a long
I'm just
fucking day.
chilling
I
outdoors,
just followed you, BP.
drinking a cup of coffee, smoking a cigarette. It's nice out here.
Nice. That's kind
Yeah.
of how I imagined it. I kind
I
of just
just
imagine
followed
myself
you.
sitting in the room here, and it's like somebody in the background there smoking, and the smoke is just kind of like coming through, you know, over the light here, and you can see that we're like a somewhat dimly lit room as a result, and like all kinds of interesting stuff's happening. So that's literally it's perfect. It's in line with exactly what I was thinking. It's
I think
nice.
the smoke's coming from my
Someone's
phone on
wearing
the
the
counter
glasses, and it's not
because
me.
ever since I started talking, it's just
Cozy.
been blowing up with notifications from here. So this is going to be fun.
Right.
I'm going to throw it off a grid.
Yes, that's gonna get worse. Yeah, that's gonna get worse. Actually, you may want to like turn off all the X notifications as a result.
Yeah.
I have it
Yeah.
set to only accept DMs from people that I follow, and that helps a lot.
Oh yeah, DMs.
That's a
Yeah,
good
yeah, that's
idea.
what I think.
100%.
Yeah.
Also have it set
recommend.
for like subscribers, so like people who subscribe to me have access. So sometimes that's like one of the best ways to reach out. I do that because it keeps the annoying legacy media journalists away from me that I don't want to talk to. So it's like if they do in fact pay, I'm like, God damn, okay, you shelled out. It's $1. It's nothing.
Well, I guess I wish I could do that. I would really like to be able to filter via subscriptions.
Well, you were, then you accidentally or on purpose, whichever it happened to be, dox somebody. So I'm very careful, even though I'm not a very big account. I've only recently become so big. I've always been very careful with what kind of posts I've sent out there. You know, sometimes I have made an occasional mistake, especially when it came to news posting, ironically enough, because I wanted to understand what are the challenges of a citizen journalist. So for a couple weeks, actually not even a couple weeks, I think it was almost a couple months at this point, I decided I'm just going to do news posting to try it out because, you know, Elon says it's going to be an app for, you know, where all the news is. So I said, okay, I'm going to contribute to it because I need to know for myself if that is actually something that's scalable. And oh man, yes, it is. And many other people have done the same and have built an amazing platform out of it, which is really, really cool. And with that, I've also learned is that every single thing you output, if it is in fact, you know, like reporting on any event, you have to be careful with what that is. If that is accurate, if all details from it are, you know, say for instance, you know, a certain platform rules and, you know, whatever may be contained within whatever you're about to publish could violate those rules. You probably want to remove that, you know? And this has happened. This has happened to more people than just you, you know? There have been other cases.
Yeah, and I told you, I said sorry.
Yeah, it's not a right-wing, left-wing issue either. It's happened to people on both sides, you know? And it's, I know you
I
said
get
sorry
it, and
about
I
that. I know
said
you said sorry
sorry.
about that. I know you said sorry.
I would
I
like
know we
some
saw
kind
the
of,
apology.
you know, way to, yeah.
We
And I
saw the
said sorry, and
apology, but
so
you still continue to lie about it. And you still kind of insist that you're being politically targeted. You're not being politically targeted. I am, actually.
well, when my posts are I want you to go look at my posts and go look at the comments under it. Just go take a moment really quick and click on one of my posts from today and go click on comments. Go do it while we're live right now and tell me I'm not being targeted. It literally says probably 75 to 80% of the comments are listed as probable spam. And these are verified
You know
premium
what's weird?
accounts. It's
Hold up a
really
second. Hold up a second. You know
I'm
what's
already
weird?
getting so many threats just from having this like minor conversation in a personal capacity. So I don't want to hear it. I'm already getting
Yep.
doxing threats.
So there's something.
Where?
There's something.
You
Here's
can
something
see
where.
it.
Okay.
It's
Hold
just
on.
How
Hold
are
on.
you getting
Hold on.
threats?
I just noticed something very interesting, actually. Your subs are still there.
Well,
They're not gone. They're still there. If that wasn't the case, then the badges wouldn't be there still. My God, what the fuck's wrong with this mute button? It's a piece of shit.
Everything's bugged, man. All the invites are bugged.
well, on my end,
Like the
maybe
more speakers you
there's
have,
some
the
kind
worse
of
it
an
gets.
issue.
Gotcha. We confirmed it now.
On my end, and people were sending me the screenshots. It said Laura Loomer has unsubscribed you from her subscription.
That's weird.
So
Then how?
they say that
I'm
they're
gonna like post this one comment. This is in general. I don't know what this is, but here.
where are you posting it on
No,
my
no, I'm putting
account?
it at the top of the space. Hold up. Boop. There we go. I think you should see. Do you see the little pink badge that's next to Duan Lin's you know, blue check mark? That's a subscriber badge, which means that person subscribed to you.
Right, but it says on my end, my subscriptions are not showing up.
Oh
I can
yes,
show you.
because
I
you
can DM
don't have the
you.
verification, but I'm pretty sure you still technically have subscriptions, and they would just reappear when you're verified again, I suppose. I don't know, but this is an interesting thing that I'm seeing. Why is there a little badgie? It can't
I
be
don't
if
know,
you don't have
but it said that they
subscriptions.
were canceled.
You may not have
Adrian,
access
it's
to them, I
Yeah, but they
suppose,
said,
but what is that?
they said you can't get your subscriptions unless you're verified.
Yeah, I
So
know,
I
but
don't
there's still
know.
a little
It's
badgie
weird.
there, so people may not be
Adrian.
able to
Yeah.
subscribe
So
to you right now, but there's a little badgie. So
Yeah,
why is a
This
little
is
right,
badgie?
not.
there's a badge,
then they all blow over.
but it doesn't mean anything because, as I said before, I don't get to interact with those subscribers and they don't show up. So maybe it's because they were
I
charged on their billing, just like I was charged on my billing for premium, but I don't have premium access.
I don't know. We'll see. When the premium returns, you probably will also have all your subscribers back. I'm not sure how that works. I would like to have some clarity on that, but I can't. I'm
You
just
said
stating the
when it
fact that there's a
returns,
little
so
badgie there. It
you
shouldn't be
think
there
that
if
it
you
will
didn't
be
have subs.
returned? Well, you just said when it returns, so you think that it will
Well,
return.
when your premium, I don't know. Maybe. I don't know how the system works. I don't dox people. I don't know what happens. You know, normally when people dox somebody, when people
I
dox
don't
some other
dox
people, they
people
get
either. It
suspended
was an
indefinitely. I
honest
don't know.
mistake.
It's the first time I'm
Okay,
seeing this.
but I don't dox people
Well, you
either.
did.
It was an
It was
honest
an honest mistake. It
mistake.
was an
Yeah,
honest
Okay,
mistake. It
and
was an
it
honest
was an
mistake. I'm just
honest
trying to assess the
mistake.
situation.
It's not like I was like, "Oh, I'm going to get this guy and I'm going to like fuck his life up and,
You
dox
kind of
him."
did. All right, that's enough. That's enough. This horse should have been dead. See, I fucking knew zombie horses were going to be a thing, man. Remember when I said a couple days ago that there was going to be zombie horses? This is the
Yeah.
zombie horse now. The horse is already dead. It's way dead, right? It's already been beaten, so it's dead as a dead can be. And now it's turned into a zombie because we beat it so hard. We beat the dead horse so hard that it's actually back now. So now we're dealing with a zombie horse. What the fuck? This is insane.
Makes
Okay.
sense now. Yeah.
Yeah. See, I knew it. I just knew it. We're gonna freshen things up a little bit here. Ed, I was about to say Brian. Sorry, Ed. Welcome to the space.
Oh, someone
Glad.
just messaged me and said that Charles Johnson's account got suspended from Twitter. Is that true?
I don't know. I don't even know who that guy is. Ed. What
Hey,
what
what's up?
brought you
How's
here?
it going? I just wanted to confirm that you weren't Elon Musk, and I saw that Elon had
Oh my fucking god.
this live stream going. So I assume that you just recorded the live stream and then used OBS to play it, and now you're just running the space, right?
Oh my fucking god. Oh my god.
Wow.
Don't say
Look
that
at you,
shit.
Elon.
Oh my god. You know what's
Loomer
you know what's annoying?
shame.
You just said
You know that's what
validated
the
something.
media's
That's
gonna
bad.
say, right?
Please tell me you
He's
were
not
trolling.
Elon. He's not Elon.
He's obviously trolling.
I was trolling.
Wow.
You
What
just
the
got your
fuck, man?
chain yanked.
I just wanted to give the media some ammunition to use.
Hey
Why?
Ed, how's it going?
Why?
Seen Eddie Moore.
Because it's kind of
Ed,
fun
you're
to
like a shit
watch.
stirrer, man. What the fuck?
Since
Right
when
now.
have you been
Like
the
if I
anarchist?
was you, I would
I'm
be
gonna get a bigger bite.
pretending to pretend that I'm not Elon Musk.
Wait.
I think it would be great.
Oh my god. That is hilarious. Okay, cool. So is that like the only reason why you came up here to farm the lols?
No, yes, I mean I've been following the whole Loomer thing, and I get that you didn't mean to dox him, but at the same time you did. So I think you have to bear some responsibility for it. And
And she
I
did.
I
She
think you
already
did. She
said
will.
did. You
sorry.
know, she
Yeah, and
apologized
you
and
did,
everything.
you
Yeah.
did, and I applaud you for that.
Who's speaking right now? I can't see who's talking.
Ed.
Oh, it's because I have you blocked. Yeah, thanks, Ed. Well, at
Bruh.
least you gave me credit for it.
Oh my
Unblock
god.
Ed. He may be annoying, but he's funny.
He's
He's
not
kind of a
funny
funny
when he
guy.
Oh,
He
he's
retweets my
trolls
absolutely
me, right?
fucking
tweets.
He
He
funny,
he
does
man.
says
that
I'm
every day.
like some foreign agent or something, and
I
it's
will
like
say
Yeah.
this. I will
that's
say
pretty
this,
Elon.
cool.
however. Okay, if I was a person on X who was relatively controversial and very, very into the right, and this person is very into the left, and his big platform keeps quote posting my posts, I think that that's a win. Just saying. He's not the
Well,
worst guy.
he hasn't been very
There's
nice
definitely
to me.
worse people.
He hasn't been very nice to me. So
I don't
I
know.
blocked him.
Ed,
What?
have
How
you
wasn't I
harassed
nice
her
to you?
many
I don't.
times?
I don't think so. I mean, I.
You know what you said to me. It's on Telegram, Ed.
What
I
did I
What?
messaged
say?
you.
Wait,
Yeah.
what did I
I'm not
say?
repeating it
Adrian.
here. I'm not
Wait,
repeating
Yeah,
it
Audis
what,
here.
having trouble
I
getting on the
honestly
stage.
don't know what I said to you. That was so offensive.
what the fuck?
You
I
can
can't
repeat it if
let
you
him up.
want.
Can you let him up again? Wait, what? What's going on? Hold up a
Every
second.
time I try to invite Auda, it just says like error, some bullshit.
I'm still up here,
Bruh.
right?
Okay, give me a second
Error
here.
adding Auda.
I don't think that Elon is really live right now, though.
No, he was like for like 25 or 27 minutes ago. He was live.
Mm,
He was.
I
I
don't know.
watched it. I had it on
You
my
can
other
go to his
phone.
profile and you can see it's
Yeah, I
right
know,
there.
but there's ways to. I mean, I'm just saying
No, he
that
was like answering
I don't
Why,
questions
know.
live. Like he was responding to
why
people.
why would he fake that? For what
Oh,
reason?
he was answering.
Yeah, yeah.
No, I'm saying
Wait,
he's
what the
answering.
fuck's going on
He's
now?
answering
That's
Yeah,
questions,
he
right,
and I
wasn't
30
didn't
just
know.
like playing the
seconds.
video
No,
game.
no,
He
no,
was
no, no.
responding to people.
I was wondering if anyone. I was wondering if anyone had seen questions
Yeah,
because somebody had mentioned OBS. Technically speaking, there is a way to
yeah.
broadcast
I know,
live
I
when
know,
you're
I
not
know.
really
But
live.
no, he was
Just
answering
taking
questions. He
questions.
was answering people's
I
questions.
shouldn't have said that because
God damn it.
I kind of regret saying that a little bit, but
Yeah.
it's still funny that I said it.
It is funny that you said it, and anyone with a brain will understand that it was a joke, but there are not many people with brains that work as well as they should here. That's all I'm going to say.
I think he's traveling though. Like I think he's traveling. I saw a report
He
that
is
said he was
on his
traveling
plane
somewhere.
playing Path of Exile 2 using Starlink.
Well,
Yeah, he
if
literally
Elon has
said so
time to
himself in
be
the community,
Adrian,
man.
if he
Yeah.
has time to be Adrian, there's obviously more than one Elon Musk because there's no way he could
Okay,
be
now
Adrian
we're
and
entering some
Elon
different
Musk at the same
territory.
time. Well, and also Elon, I posted this earlier. Elon has these awkward pauses all the time when he speaks, and Adrian, you speak extremely fast.
Yes.
So that's how I can tell that you guys are not the same
You
Yes.
don't
person.
sound
Yes.
alike. You
Like
sound
if Elon
somewhat
was
alike, but
pretending to
not
Think
be
about
very.
it. Think
you,
about it this
I
way.
could
Think
see
think
that.
about it this way. I am effectively, you could say, the Gen Z super speedy version of Elon that does public speaking more than engineering, in a sense.
Yeah,
Even though I
like
do a lot more
so
engineering as
if
well, this is
Elon
my job, but I do a lot of public speaking.
Elon could be you, but you couldn't be Elon. It just wouldn't work out that way because
I
Elon would have had to
would have to be
practice
less
these
public for
awkward
sure because
pauses
I
his
put a
whole
lot
life.
more of my brain power into the other side. I mean, I could do it. It's just what he's doing wouldn't be like this exact life that he's leading wouldn't be something I would sustain for myself unless, of course, I had a clear path. Then I might do it. He's already doing it. I have a different path.
Wait,
This
I thought
path,
this was settled
whatever
like
this is.
yesterday. You still think that they're the same? No way, dude.
Yeah. It's gotten so bad now that even legacy media likes to perpetuate the bullshit. They're the ones who say
Their
the
journalists keep
netizens have
saying that.
uncovered it. And like, since when have you listened to the netizens? I thought a few years ago the netizens were a bunch of people that you couldn't trust for anything. I thought that was the idea, that you could trash talk citizen journalism. So why is now quote unquote citizen journalism a thing that they believe in? Because it's convenient? Yeah.
Hey, Adrian,
Yeah.
I have to go because I have to go do some prep for my show, which I'm going to be doing in a couple days. So I was just going to say thanks for having me on again. It was a pleasure. And
Okay.
I want to invite you to come on my show sometime. So maybe you can come on Loomer Unleashed and you can be a guest.
Who knows? Maybe.
Well, that was a question, like an invite. So will you come on my show?
That depends on which capacity, physically or via call.
It could be a call. I mean, obviously, I'm not into doxing, so I'm not going to have you dox yourself.
Maybe a call, but I'm not giving you my mobile phone number. Absolutely not.
I'm not gonna. You could do a. We could do a call. I'm not gonna dox you, Adrian. So I was gonna have you come on my show via call, but I think it'd be great. So I'm asking you, do you want to come on my show? I would love to have you on my show, Loomer Unleashed.
Okay, that depends on what you're gonna ask me there, and
Well,
yeah,
we could agree on what we were gonna discuss ahead of time, but um,
I'll consider. I would have to see the material, and I'll consider it. I can't make any guarantees, and besides, I'm also a relatively busy individual, so some of my stuff might change. But yeah, we'll see.
well, it's going to be a very busy week. First week back for Congress with the speaker's race,
Mhm.
and also the certification of the election. So maybe you want to join me to talk about all of that before the inauguration.
Yeah, maybe we'll see. But more so, I'm focused less on the politics angle of things, more so the time and mechanical functions of this place kind of things, if that makes sense. And
Well,
of
we can
course,
talk about that.
engineering.
I think a lot of people have a lot of concerns about Speaker Johnson getting the endorsement from Trump today. So maybe we can talk about whether or not Mike Johnson is the best person for the job if we want to have an
I don't know if
efficient.
Mike Johnson is the best person for the job. I didn't vote. I am extremely politically independent. I have never voted in my life for anyone.
Okay, well, we can talk about
So,
this.
nor have I donated to anyone's campaigns either. So, it's a thing that I decided, it would be kind of funny. Because, like, at every other time, I was either too young or there were no good options. So,
Well, I think that it would be very viral and people would
probably
love
the
it.
only person who hasn't voted.
I think that people would really find it to be quite exhilarating if you appeared on Loomer Unleashed.
I'll see if I can make it. I can't make any promises, but we'll see. We'll see.
All right. Well, I'm going to DM you some times and some subjects of conversation, and hopefully you'll get back to me, and then we can talk about you coming on Loomer Unleashed.
All right. Sounds good.
And we'll promote it. We'll make a graphic for it, and we'll hype it up.
Sure. All right. Good. Awesome.
All righty. All right. Well, if I don't talk to you in the meantime, I hope you have a nice New Year, Adrian. Going to any
Likewise.
nice
Likewise.
parties? Are you going to go to any nice parties?
Me? I don't know. Maybe doing spaces on New Year's all the way through, like last year.
I will request, Laura,
Or
if
this
you
year,
can
technically.
have your followers leave me the fuck alone. I would greatly appreciate that.
What do you mean? I'm not telling any of my followers to do anything to you.
No,
I
Laura,
know
you
they
have
don't
to
have.
understand.
You
You have a
don't have
cult
to.
following. This means that Yeah, you have a cult following, okay? Even though you don't say it, they'll make an
I don't think
interpretation
I
as
don't
to
think
what
they're
you'd want, and
cultists.
whoever
I
is
don't think
like your
they're cultists.
antagonist is someone they'll harass.
I have a passionate following because I'm a change agent, and people
Sorry.
view me as an agent
Nah,
of
it's a
change.
cult following. It's absolutely a cult following, 100%.
Please just leave
It's
me
not a
alone.
bad thing.
Like,
You know, a cult following
I
isn't a bad thing. You keep hearing that in the media. People say that about certain things, like even a movie might have a cult following, but these people are completely normal, you know?
look,
It's not
I
a
have
bad thing.
nothing to do with any of the platform bullshit, so please just leave me out of it. Please. Everyone
BP
listening,
starts to
just leave me
understand
out
how
of
I'm
it.
feeling.
Okay, if you
What?
are listening,
What,
if you are
Adrian?
listening to this space, and you are a member of
I'm allowed
the
to do what I
Illuminati,
want in my personal time. Just because I have a badge on my account doesn't mean I'm always working in my capacity with X. Like, chill. Am I not
if
allowed
you
to have a
are
personal
listening,
life, or should I just go
you
on my
are.
burner?
You are. If you are
Laura,
listening
don't
to
tell me
this,
what I
you
am
are.
or what I'm not. You can just leave me alone, please. For the love of God, leave me
You
alone.
just asked a question. You just asked a
I'm
question. I
asking
answered
you
the
to, like,
question.
please get your hounds off of me. That is all I'm
I'm trying to
asking.
say right now, I don't have hounds on you. They're not dogs. They're people. First of
Well, they're
all,
acting like
they're not
fucking
hounds.
savage beasts, so please. Just look at the comments.
But I did not encourage anybody to go after you on this call.
You don't have to.
Everybody
Laura,
This
has
is why you call it a
listen.
cult following.
You
Like I
don't
said, they'll
have
interpret.
to.
Yeah, they'll interpret an antagonist and they'll say, "Oh wow, this is an antagonist. I shall fight for Loomer." And then all of a sudden it's like, "Hey, we're going to defeat the antagonist." That's what's happening here.
Look,
Even though you
I
don't realize
honestly
it.
don't give a shit. I
that's
just want
because
my
my
phone to
fan
fucking
club is
die
called
from all the notifications.
my
All
fan
right,
club
Laura,
is
Jesus,
literally
man. Slow
my
down. Just a little bit.
my fan club is literally called Loomer's Army. That's what they call themselves. Loomer's
Yeah.
Army.
So what do you?
Oh my god. So it is a cult.
Wow. That is 100% bona fide a cult, and I can't wait
You should
to
start a
receive
religion,
messages from them.
actually.
Yeah,
Actually,
it's
no,
kind of
don't do that.
sick.
That might actually work. Fuck.
Kind of sick. It's kind of sick. Not gonna lie.
What, to be called
Sick in a
Loomer's
bad way or
Army?
sick in a good way? I mean, having your own personal army, not so bad, eh?
It's terrible.
Yeah,
My fan club,
yeah.
they made
Okay.
T-shirts. They have T-shirts that have Loomer's Army with the upside
Oh
down.
my god,
My
that's so
God,
much
you have
worse.
merchandise. You've got
I don't know. It
merchandise.
kind of
Jesus.
sounds like third world invaders to me.
Yeah.
No, they're very.
Oh my god, holy
My
shit.
supporters are amazing. So basically, the story behind Loomer's Army is
No,
when
they're
Jack Dorsey
terrible. You should read
decided.
these comments, Laura. Look at these comments. They are absolutely garbage, and they are an extension of you. So please
They're not an
leave me the
extension
fuck
of me.
alone and get your hounds off
I
of
haven't.
me.
I have not encouraged anybody
Yeah, you
to
don't
go
need to
after
because
you.
you have an
Tell,
army, a
okay, how about this? How
self-proclaimed
about this,
I'm
army.
reading.
Laura. Okay, Blythe, okay, hang on, Blythe, can you get out
Okay.
of? Can you see him?
Yeah, I keep clicking on it. I sent him a DM invite. I tried to invite him. It just says it keeps throwing an error every single time. Also, Jordan,
All right,
same
here.
thing.
Okay, if you are,
Okay,
I'll
Laura
say it.
Katz, I'm going to use you as the
If you are a
co-host to
member,
bring him
if
up.
you are a member, if you are a member of Loomer's Army, please let BP enjoy her night and do not send her any nasty messages.
Nice.
Thank you.
You're
It's
welcome.
not very hard.
That was not so hard. Yes,
No, it
that could have
wasn't.
been done at the beginning, man. Laura
Well,
Kat,
I'm
you still
looking
there?
at some of the people
everybody
sending
has
messages.
There you go, nice.
free will. Everyone has
Man,
free will. I don't.
Invite
Actually, I
others who can.
disagree. I think some people have lack self-awareness and therefore do not have as much free will as many others
or
would, and that would
NPCs.
be an army of simps. I'm not saying that you got an army of simps. I'm just saying that there are some people who are massive simps, like, for instance, the people who pay for OnlyFans.
I am not seeing
Yeah.
out of the request.
But my
cooking smart with
followers
Try
this.
are
inviting
not.
Jordan.
They're just very passionate Americans.
They're
Well, they're from all
insane.
over the
Your
world,
followers are
actually.
insane. I know some of
I
these
think we should
people
not
that are harassing
conflate
BP right
passion
now.
with insanity. By the way,
Yeah,
also
we
I know
passion by
who
shouldn't.
these
definition
fucking
is a...
people
Never
are. They
mind.
look familiar. They're the same
I
people who
love
send
my
me death threats.
followers.
They're
They're the
I
best
bet you
people
do.
I know.
garbage.
I mean, if
They're
you have
garbage,
if
man.
you have followers that buy your merch and call them your army, man, holy shit, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I'll put the link in my well, maybe I should put that in my bio.
Freckle
But
has
yeah,
like an
they have.
army of simps herself. You know, it's incredible.
They're called Loomer's Army. It's great.
So
Mine
I'm
don't have
not
a fun
seeing an option
name,
even for
unfortunately.
Jordan.
No, they just have. Yeah, I should not say that last part.
Yeah, it's not working. It's.
Something's weird.
I'm trying inviting Grant.
One of
All
my
right.
one of my members, to tell you a story about how loyal and dedicated my people are. So
Yeah, Grant.
one of my fan club members, I won't dox them because I don't want them to be harassed. But one of my fan club members is so dedicated. They do DoorDash and Uber Eats, and they do this every single day. And every single day, they've ordered so many Loomer's Army shirts that they wear a Loomer's Army shirt everywhere that they go. And then when the
What?
people ask them what's Loomer's Army, they spend the entire time telling them what
This is
Laura Loomer is.
100% a fucking cult, man. This is
Yeah.
like Jehovah's Witnesses, but for politics. That is
That's
incredible.
wild.
I'm not saying anything against it. No, quite the contrary. That's wow. That's
But they're very
actually a
dedicated.
concern. That's why we're concerned. You see,
Yep.
because it's
No,
that fucking dedicated. I mean,
Laura,
that's
don't you
yeah,
think
that's a
it's kind of
okay.
beautiful.
weird?
It's a beautiful thing to be that dedicated. I love them
No,
for
I
it's
it.
bet
not.
it
It
is,
is not
especially for the one
beautiful.
who
It is.
receives the dedication. 100%. I don't
100%.
disagree.
That's horrible. That is horrible. That
No,
you have
no,
them
no. That's brilliant.
enthralled.
That's brilliant. That's absolutely fucking brilliant.
I
Just
hate
don't
the idea of
mobilize it
enthralling
as a
people.
weapon.
It's like she has
You
them enthralled, right? And that is such
Yeah, no,
a
don't weaponize,
wow.
dude. It's perfectly fine. It's perfectly fine. Just don't weaponize your following.
Uh-huh.
That's it.
But she
That's all
does
that
that. She
Don't
weaponizes them all the
mobilize it.
time, right? That's the concern, right? If they were,
I
if
mean,
she
if
was like, go out there and be nice and go to an animal shelter and look after the animals, if that was the command, I'd be like, all right, that's kind of
Well,
cool,
we do
oh
that.
my
We
god,
do that too. I mobilized my supporters to raise $50,000 for an animal shelter that was destroyed in a tornado here. We do that too, Ian. We're
Shit.
animal
Well,
rights
that's the good thing
activists.
to do.
oh my
So why didn't you
god,
keep
you're
doing that?
fundraising.
Honestly, keep doing that. Just keep doing that. Don't harass people. Don't send them after people who don't like you. That's just not cool, right?
But you're
I know they get
gaslighting
very
me. Where
defensive.
on this
No, no, no,
call
no,
did
no,
I
no, no,
tell
no. She's
people to
not
go after
sending
me?
anyone after anyone. It's just
I
very
didn't send
dedicated, and I
anybody.
think that if exactly, that's
I
the point.
didn't
We're
send
not saying that. We're
anyone
not saying
after
that. We're not saying that.
anyone.
We're not saying that. We're not saying that. Ian just said this, and I think he said it mistakenly. But we're not saying that you're sending anyone after anyone. Specifically, what we're saying is that your passionate fan base is so passionate that if you have an antagonist, the fan base will go after said antagonist. That is the problem. And I think that BP was a perfect demonstration of exactly that because, well, you did have a bit of a back and forth in which she really was able to pull some stuff off, and I'm pretty sure that passionate fan base does not appreciate that too much. That's the point. Nothing else. So
Mm-hmm.
Ian was a little bit wrong on that. You don't send anyone
Correct.
after anyone.
Yep, 100%. What you
Yep.
said.
By the way, we have
All
Grant
right.
Cardone on stage. I just want to say hi to Grant.
Oh
Hello.
yeah, Grant. Sorry, I didn't get to speak to you properly yesterday. What's up,
Loomer.
man?
Hey,
Yeah,
Grant. How's
no
it going,
problem,
man?
guys. Appreciate you guys. Loomer, I'm a big fan of yours.
Oh, thank you. You must be a
Do you have a
cultist,
Loomer shirt
according to.
also?
Do you have a
Oh yeah,
Loomer
I
shirt, Grant?
sleep in them.
Yeah.
Oh my god, he's one of them!
Grant, send me your address and I will send you a Loomer's Army shirt.
Oh no, don't do
Careful.
that.
This guy's like, no, 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 no.
Adrian, I'll send you one too.
No, I'm not giving anyone
Yeah,
my address. Fuck that.
hard pass.
You could get a
Hard
PO
pass.
box. I'll send you a Loomer's Army shirt.
Yeah.
We have them in all types of
you,
colors.
you, you keep. I bet you do. I bet you do.
You would actually really like it because the symbol of Loomer's Army is basically like the dead the dead Twitter bird.
Oh wow. All right.
So
All
it's
right.
the Twitter
Okay.
bird.
I
It's
would
the
like some
Twitter
X merch though. I would go for the X
it's
merch,
the
for my opinion.
Twitter it's the Twitter bird upside down, like
With a little
symbolizing
X's in its eyes. Yeah, I've seen that.
with X's, yeah, with X's in its eyes.
Exactly.
That
Yeah.
Out his
By
that
the way,
back,
we're gonna
Grant.
have to
I
shake up the. By the way,
I'm the
Laura,
person.
you gonna be around for a little bit, or are you gonna go? Because I want to bring somebody else up, but I'm not
I
sure
want to let you bring them
who to
up, but I
kick.
want you to know that I am the person who popularized that image of the upside down dead Twitter bird with the X's in its eyes. That's from
All
my
right.
Stop the Bias movement. So
Nice.
I'm gonna listen to
Okay.
Grant for a bit and then I'll head out. Go ahead, Grant.
His mic's
Grant.
muted.
Hey, Grant.
Maybe he's busy
Grant
or
with the
something.
Cardone. What's up, dude?
Maybe out his
these
back if
mics
you
muted.
wanna. You can make
Yeah.
him co-host. Yeah.
Muted.
Yeah. I want to bring somebody up, but there's like literally not enough space. I want to. Who has
Yeah, I was
spoken
going to
the
suggest
least here?
Malcolm, but yeah, I'm worried about the space, right? There's just not enough spaces.
All right. No, not enough spaces on a space. Okay, who's spoken the least? John, can I kick you?
Yeah, you can come to me. I'll be back in a little bit.
All right. Sounds good. Okay, Lori Cat, I'm gonna switch you out for Auda, and then Auda can bring up whoever he does, all right?
Sweet.
All right. Okay, good. That's that. That's that. Lori Cat will have to request again.
Yeah, I'll get him.
Okay, there we go. Auda, did you get the thing?
It's not working.
Wait, I sent it to the wrong guy. Sorry, I sent it to Suraj.
Suraj,
My
you got
bad.
that.
Suraj, I'm gonna exchange you out for
Oh,
Auda real
no.
quick. Sorry about that. So it was like moving on the screen. Okay, then you have to bring Suraj up as well again. God,
Yeah.
everything keeps switching on my screen. Sorry. Okay, there we
You
go.
know what?
Auda.
You know what
Then we'll bring
Spaces
Suraj back
needs?
up.
It needs an easier way to manage it. You know, it's just so complicated right now. It's so stupid.
Yeah.
It's not that it's too complicated. It's that it's extremely simplistic, but it's more so
Buggy.
basic than it is simplistic. That's the problem.
Right.
You don't want
Right.
basic fucking systems. You want simple systems. There's a difference. I don't like things that are basic. Basic
Oh,
is annoying.
you
Simple
guys,
is beautiful.
Breaking news, Elon Musk just retweeted a segment from this space, and
Oh my
ALX
god.
posted, Elon Musk is so talented that he's playing video games on his plane testing Starlink while also hosting an X Space on his burner account, and he quote tweeted it 11 minutes ago and said, now that, in all caps, is a psyop they weren't expecting, with a laughy emoji.
That's
Nice.
hilarious.
Nice.
Blyce, can you let
Yeah.
anyone up?
Did I? I put Lori Cat back up
Oh,
and
bring
Grants.
back Suraj and this guy
Suraj?
that I'm
Okay.
sending you.
Yeah.
For some reason,
PC working
I
now.
can't bring anyone up.
Wiggle's down
That
there
is
too.
absolutely insane. Yes.
I can bring Wiggle up if you want.
Hold on, wait. Elliot, your guy isn't requesting, or if he is, I don't see him.
He's gonna request right now.
It's funny as shit. Oh, that happened like about 14 minutes ago. Nice. Yeah.
Yep. Elon
All
Musk
right.
says he wants to be the 9 out of 10 Americans who support tossing Dr. Fauci in a volcano. He says, I'm one of those 9.
Wow. Wow. Yeah, Fauci still has to be accountable for the bullshit that he caused to many people. Not many individuals are willing to speak on that and say it, but I definitely think so. He's done a lot of damage.
Yes, he has. Prosecute Fauci.
It wasn't the response that was bad in my opinion. Is that the grounds for the response was to say the least not scientific enough, I think, personally.
Remember the 6-foot rule?
Mm-hmm.
Completely made up.
Yep,
Scott
they just
Atlas
made that shit
even
up out of
admitted
nowhere.
it. Yeah, it's like, yeah, we just kind of needed people to think that we were doing something. So yeah, somebody came out with a 6-foot rule, and it just and it
And you know
shut
what's
down a lot of
fascinating?
businesses.
It was fascinating when it was eventually realized that there was no threat anymore, really. The people that were heavily advocating for the measures, they had a identity crisis again, because these are the types of people. Now, if you imagine, there are things such as socialist regimes, and you would never imagine this, but it is a real thing that occurs, where, say, for instance, your neighbor who you've known for years, you'd never expect this individual to do it, but they're going to dob you in, man. They're going to do the same thing to their grandmother, to their brother, sister, whatever you may have. These are very pathetic individuals, and they would definitely do this. They would betray their own families. They would betray their own friends and neighbors for no reason whatsoever, and just call it. It's the same. It's the same thing in fucking Germany. Same thing.
Yeah,
It's
Stasi
always
did
been
that,
like
and
this.
they're
Always
still
going to
doing
be
it.
like that. It's absolutely
They
annoying.
brought it back. They brought it back during COVID, where they were reporting on each other.
Exactly. You have this thing, and that happens there as well. So if you think about it, I really would like to know the statistics of however many people called their neighbors in for literally no good reason. How many of those had ideations that were consistent with people who support socialism? Just curiosity, I'm not saying that there were. I'm just thinking it'd be interesting to know if we
Probably
had the data point.
99% of them. Yeah.
Yeah, it would
I'd
be a
guess
very
more than that.
interesting number to the point where it's like, God damn, that's a hell of a coincidence.
Yep.
Aldo, are you still able to let people up or no?
Yeah, I got the
No,
guy
I
out
had
of.
to
I
tell
invited him.
clients to do
Yep.
it. Anyway, this is
Oh my
Also,
God.
the head of Loomer's army just texted me and says to say hello. They sent me a photo of themselves live streaming this Twitter space with
There's a head of
the
Loomer's
Twitter bird
army.
logo. Yes, they just
Oh
texted
my
me a
God.
photo of
Would
them
they be
streaming.
Is he like
a
a general or
general?
something?
Yeah, a general.
Yeah, they're maybe they can come up in this space. Let me see. They are listening
That
right now.
depends.
I don't know,
All
man.
right.
Loomers, it's at Loomers fan club if you want to
Yeah,
follow
yeah.
them on X. It's at Loomers
Yeah,
fan club.
we don't do promotions here. We don't do
No,
promotion here.
it's
No, no.
not. I'm saying if you want to bring them up, it's at
No, no, it's
Loomers
good.
fan club.
It's no, 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 no. I kind of want to like return back to like a format earlier. You know, it was
It'd
wanted
be
to have a bit of
normal.
a personal discussion, but sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't think this was gonna happen. I didn't think we are gonna have like a part 2, 3, or however much. I didn't think we are gonna have to deal with zombie horses today, but we definitely were dealing with zombie horses. So that is for sure. You know, it does go to show that when it comes to say beating a dead horse, sometimes the horse isn't quite dead, and even if it is, there's a chance that it will turn into a zombie, come back, and will need to be beaten again. This time, you have actually ever a
It's an
reason to.
undead nightmare.
Speaking
Is
of
what it
It's
is.
an
speaking of things
undead,
that happened
exactly.
today, Adrian. So
The undead horse.
Yep.
speaking of things that happened today, what do you think about China hacking the U.S. Treasury? Do you
I
have
don't know
thoughts
if
on
that
that?
was happening. I have no idea. We'll have to look into that
Adrian.
myself. Yeah, what's
Adrian,
up?
I saw that
I
today.
think
It said
I
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
think
what's
all.
up? Hang on. Aldo, what up?
I think we're gonna have to restart the space, and neither me and Blythe can properly run it.
Well, I brought the guy up, and then he disconnected. It looks like he had a bad connection, but other people I brought up are still able to function. So
Yeah, somebody just brought me up, so that
Jordan's here now.
worked.
So
Yeah, I don't think
Yeah,
the
he was
space is
getting some
broken.
audio errors there.
I think you should try and use it on the browser clients. That works too.
Yeah. It
Browser
usually works
client's
for
pretty
me.
nice.
Maybe try again. He just
Yep.
requested, so.
yeah,
By the way,
let's try
excuse
again.
me.
I'm gonna DM you
Sorry.
the story, Adrian, so that you can see it in case you weren't aware of it,
Sure.
because
Yeah,
it's crazy.
I kind
It's
of didn't
all
want
over
to
the
talk about
news
this kind
today.
of stuff today. It's not what my intent was.
Well,
Just
it
want to
says
kind of chill.
business, finance,
I'm
and
so chill.
technology.
Wait a minute. I'm gonna make another coffee.
I need a coffee. Hold on.
I'm not insane enough yet.
Yeah, coffee break.
Yeah, let's chill
Coffee
out
break,
with more
everyone.
caffeine.
Hell yeah.
All right, I'm gonna DM you the story. Basically, China hacked the U.S. Treasury today.
What's the response to it as the U.S. responded?
Well, there's like widespread condemnation, but I'm just wondering. That's why I wanted to get Adrian's take on it, what he thought about it.
So when you say China, do you mean state actors or non-state actors?
State
I'm looking at a
actors.
Wall Street Journal article. It looks
State
like the state
actors.
actors. There's
State
literally state
actors.
actors.
All right.
Welcome back.
State actors. So yeah, I think it's a pretty serious story. So basically, Chinese state actors hacked the U.S. Treasury today.
That's wild.
Yeah. I guess they
Yeah.
should stop using COBOL, since that's what they use.
Oh, by the way, I'm just looking at the thing with the Charles Johnson thing you mentioned earlier. That guy was
He
not
lied.
suspended.
He was not
That
No.
is not.
suspended. He deleted his own account, and now he's pretending that he was suspended. Yeah, I looked into
Oh,
Yeah,
that
that's
as
really?
well.
bullshit. He deleted his own account. That's what it looks like. So when an account is actually suspended, there is a label that says yes, the account is suspended. In this case, it did not show that. It just said something went wrong, which is consistent with when somebody deletes their account. And then if the account, of course, comes back because you reactivate the account, then of course it's going to be back, and people are going to say, "Oh my God, I was suspended," even though they weren't. So that guy's bullshitting you.
He's a big time bullshitter, and he's trying to get subscriptions for his Substack account, which is why he's doing this. And he's saying that all the
Dude,
money is
that's
going to go
interesting.
to
I
Sweeney
didn't
Elon.
consider this. Okay. So new theory. There might be a new trend that's coming up for various people deleting their accounts, reactivating them, and then saying they were temporarily suspended to show their Substack. That's a new thing that might happen.
Wow,
Yep.
that's an
You heard that
yeah,
here first. Let's
psyop.
fucking go. Don't
Yeah,
fucking do
he
this,
did
by the
that.
way. It's really annoying. Really annoying. Don't do that. Don't fucking cry censorship, because if there's actual censorship, no one's gonna believe you.
Exactly. Boy who cried wolf.
Like, say if something is actually wrong with the algorithm, no one's gonna listen to you.
Yep.
Yeah, I
Because you're
was
just gonna
actually
complain
I
about
was
stuff that's
actually
a
just
non-issue.
saying this. I was actually just saying this earlier. There's a big difference between suppression, censorship, and suspended. Like everybody has to understand that there's 3 different things: suppression, all of that. Like okay, like don't tweet out gore, right? And
Yeah.
like stuff like that. It's clear as day. But you're not being
Fight
censored.
videos.
And Laura, stop saying you're being censored. You being censored is somebody taking your account and not allowing you to do anything. Okay.
My posts are being listed as probable spam, so you're saying
I,
that I'm
I
not
doubt
being
that. I'm seeing
censored.
all of your posts. They're doing very
I'm
well,
seeing a
actually.
post too,
No,
and I
if
don't
you
even
go
follow
to the
you.
comments on my post and you look
I'm
at the
gonna,
comments,
no,
look
the
at
Yeah.
the
comments are looking
comments.
there. I can see your comments. The comments are fine. That's actually the reason
It
why
says
I figured out
probable
the thing with the
spam.
badgie is because of the fact that you wanted me to look at the replies, and I can see all of them.
No, the
It's a big,
replies say
beautiful account.
probable
There's a lot of
spam.
good things on that account. The account's still visible, has a lot of range.
No,
Okay.
Adrian, it says probable spam. Adrian,
I had
it
to
says
pull that. I had to
probable
fucking pull that.
spam.
I'm sorry. I'm a bit of a troll, you know.
Big beautiful account. Well,
Okay, but
That
Adrian,
was
it
amazing.
literally, I'm looking at
Thank
it
you.
right now and it says
Sorry, it's
probable
Donald
spam.
now.
No, Adrian, it says probable spam.
I don't see where it says that. You're gonna have to screenshot it
I
and
Okay,
don't
show
see
well,
me.
it.
I'm going to screenshot it and I'm going to do a video and I'm going to show you. Okay.
I don't see it. I don't see it. I'm looking through your timeline right now. I don't see anything that's been hidden.
What are you
Why am I
talking
even
about?
like
I'm looking at it right
communicating here
now.
as if I was somehow ex fucking tech support, man? What the hell?
It literally says
Like
probable
somebody
spam. I don't
explain
know
to me
how
why
you.
I'm doing this because I'm starting to really lose the
yeah,
plot here as to why. You
he
know,
always
I'm
edits
not
tech
tech
Yeah.
support.
support yet. Somehow I'm a super user of X in a sense that I just use the
Okay,
platform insanely
I'm
much
going
to the extent
to.
that I'm like, okay, cool, somebody who knows a lot of shit. But goddamn, you know, I'm
Yeah.
basically fucking
Adrian,
becoming
you're
ex
not
tech
the only
support
You're
one,
trying
in
to
man.
an
Like
support.
unofficial
people are
capacity. What the
always
fuck?
DMing me. People
Yep.
always
Adrian,
DMing me, asking me some
Yes.
stupid tech support bullshit, and I'm like, I don't work there. I don't
Okay,
know anything.
And even
Adrian,
hold
if
on,
I'm
you
going to send
did,
you a
they would
tweet.
only just work there. Outa, what's up? Hang on a second. Outa, what's up?
hold on. Does it show me as co-host?
Now it says
No,
speaker.
No, it's a speaker.
Okay, can you add me to co-host?
I just did.
Oh my fucking god.
Adrian,
Hold
I
on.
just sent you the tweet. I
I
said
love
in a
his like the
tweet.
frustration sound. Oh, he just disconnected. The guy's like, oh my fucking god.
Yeah, it's the worst it's been in a
He
while.
already knows. Like
I
for him,
just
it's
DM'd it
so
to you.
over.
Maybe Out is being censored right now. You know, what do you think?
Yeah, exactly. This is censorship. This is space of censorship. Yeah, 100%. Ah, there you go. You accepted the curse invite. I can see him
Okay,
now.
Yeah, he's
there
giving
we
us
How you
go.
now.
doing?
Yeah.
Everything's
There we
working?
go.
How are we doing?
Okay, let's see.
Try inviting somehow.
Okay, there
He's
we go.
co-host. Yeah,
Okay,
he shows up as
okay,
co-host
there
for
we
me.
go. Now
It's
I can
fine.
finally. Okay,
He's
I
been
think I can.
uncensored, guys. You don't have to subscribe to his Substack anymore. He's been
Yeah,
uncensored.
exactly.
Out of
Exactly.
Yeah.
uncensored. Yeah.
I think I can let people up now.
I
Okay.
sent you the post, Adrian. So if you click on the post that I DM'd you, you can clearly see if you scroll down the first like 5 or 6 comments, then there's a bunch of other comments with premium users that says probable spam. So about 80% of the comments on all of my posts since I was suspended say probable spam.
You were not
So
suspended. You were not
it was
suspended.
suspended for 12 hours. What are you talking
You
about?
were
I was
You were
not
locked out. You were not
suspended
Just
for
blocked.
suspended.
12.
You're
You
just locked
know,
out.
you were
Yes, I
locked out
was.
of
Got
your
locked out.
account for
There's a
12
difference.
hours. Not
Yeah, there's a
suspended.
big
If you were
difference.
suspended, we wouldn't have been able to see you. As a matter of fact, during the period of time you were locked out of your account, you were even on spaces.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck?
Yeah, you're not
You were
suspended.
not
You're locked
suspended.
out.
Don't keep repeating that. That's a lie.
Hey, Laura, I want you to understand. I want you to
Caffeine's
understand.
beginning
I
to
want you
hit
to
now, man.
understand something.
The
All you did
autism
was
rants are about to appear.
all you
Sorry.
did was talk to. All you did was talk to somebody, and look what happened. Imagine
What
what
are you
happens when
talking
you leak.
about?
Imagine what happens when you leak an address. This is the problem that we're trying to
Yep.
address when it comes down
Dude,
to
you're actually
doxing.
lucky you're
Jordan,
still here because by
Jordan,
all
you're
intents and
so, you
purposes,
don't get
X
to
should
tell
like,
me, Jordan, look
for
what happened,
doxing, even
Jordan.
though
That is
unintentional.
so over the top. I don't, oh, look what you did. I was very respectful to
All right.
her and I was talking to her and I
All
did
right,
not
that's enough.
incite anything. So don't
All
say
right.
that
Please, okay.
I
Enough.
did something to her.
Hold on.
All right, that's enough.
So, all right. I actually think. Let's bring up her fan army thing to see what if she can like give a proper like argument.
Oh my god. Okay, cool. Let the cult on.
All right.
It's not a cult.
It is a cult. I'm sorry. It's you can't say it's really an
It kind of fits every
army because
definition
then it
of a
would be a
cult, you know?
militia. So you know.
Call
It
your
kind of fits
first
the definition
witness.
of a cult.
Did they
Actually, yeah, you
come up?
could define it as a militia.
Yeah.
Is that proper? I don't know.
Did they come
No,
up?
It's
it
an
needs to be
army.
armed. I think. It needs to be armed. like actually armed with
Oh,
weapons
there,
and stuff.
there
Yeah,
they are.
unarmed militias.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know.
Okay.
Just
I don't
trolling
think
this.
they
Just trolling. Don't take any of
Okay.
what we just said here seriously. That would be absolutely fucking nonsensical. Oh no,
Definitely
not
fits the
this
definition of a
motherfucker.
cult, though. I mean, we're talking like levels of David Koresh here, okay? Like she's like Laura Loomer's David Koresh, and this is David Koresh's army.
Oh my god. I actually know this account. This individual has been bothering me in my replies for a very long time. Please stop. It's so nonsensical. Do you
Who's
even
this
speak?
individual?
Loomer
I
fan
don't know.
army.
If you can't speak, you gotta
Yeah,
speak.
Loomer's,
Like you have 30 seconds.
Loomer's fan club.
Hello.
Can you guys
Don't
hear
know.
me? Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Excellent. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to go live. And thank you, Laura, for giving me the shout out. That's really cool. I'm getting some text messages. The live
Can you come closer to the microphone?
Sure. Is this better?
No. Like
Thank you.
way closer to the microphone.
I'm like right on top of the mic.
This is right on top of the microphone.
Here's what I can do. Hold on. Let me get over to my OBS and let me turn up that mic. That's the problem. There we go. Get that mic, baby, up. I don't go on mic often, but thank you for helping me through that and giving me the time. What do you guys want to know? What do you want to know about Loomer's
Excuse me.
army? What do you want to know about Laura Loomer?
I don't think I already know everything. I'm not even sure why you're here. To
Have
be
you ever
honest,
met Laura Loomer? Have you ever met her in person?
I don't need to meet someone in person to know who they are.
Oh, you don't?
No.
I see.
But you remember what I said in the other space when I was trolling people by telling everyone that I'm the most smoothest brained individual on that space? I'm like that thing that floats above the water, like those UFOs, if they're even real, which are probably not. But like if you were to imagine it, it's like this, politically speaking, and speaking in terms of dependencies and subject matter. I'm like this thing that floats above everything. It's like it's what I like to define as the above psyop layer. People in the Magic Numbers Company would understand, but this is a bit of a reference. So yes, I see everything, and yeah, I get it. And if I don't, I listen.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. And you've seen I've been in the conversation. I've been in the conversation spaces. I don't want to say from the beginning, but pretty often. I've listened and I have sent in my.
Oh, I know. You've been bothering me in the replies for a very long time. I know.
In the replies, like sending some positive things about Laura Loomer, because
I don't know what you were sending there, but it really bothered me.
Well, if it did, what it would be positive stuff about Laura Loomer.
There's a lot of links and things. I'm not a person who likes that. I'm an on-page, user minutes maximizer type of person.
I'm going to pull up the loomerfanclub.com right now. And let me just go
Why?
to the Loomer. I want to go.
Did he cut out or am I lagging?
You're like,
No, he didn't cut out. He just sounds
He's
extremely
always
quiet.
speaking.
Well, Ada, can you still
Oh,
hear Ian?
fucking
Ian, say
God.
something.
Yeah, I'm gonna say something. Auto, can you hear me? If you can hear me, then respond. I don't think you can hear me at all, since he isn't responding. So
no, he
Well,
can't.
fuck us, I guess.
God damn it. Mm.
Weird. You can try
The next time we're
reconnecting.
not going to let 10 people up, man. It's way too many fucking people. Holy shit.
Yeah, you need like 9 or 8 or something. Yeah, to break the space. It's like every
All right,
space is big and
okay.
there's,
Here's
like,
the thing.
12
Here's
people.
what we're going to do.
Go ahead, Loomer's fan club. Go ahead and say what you need to say.
Okay, what I'm going to say. Thank you guys. And
No shilling.
Here's the thing. Laura Loomer is a historic figure. You guys know that.
Okay.
And here's something that Elon is really kind of ticking me off about. I want to be nice about it, but he said the other day, "Oh, hashtags are bad." Well, one of the things Laura knows.
He didn't say hashtags are banned.
Elon, he said, "Don't use them.
They're ugly."
Oh yeah, he did say that. Yeah, he did say that they're
They're not
ugly.
They're
I
not
agree.
ugly.
They're annoying.
They're not
But
bad.
then I went to Grok
Yeah,
myself.
I hate hashtags as well. They're like this weird
You
hyper,
can go
like
to
this
Grok
weird
and ask
stuff.
him.
It's very
Grok
noisy.
will give you 100 reasons why hashtags are good. They're good for
Hashtags are
community,
shit because they don't get fed into the algorithm, which is why you
Yeah,
shouldn't use them.
the reason why Grok would give you an answer as to why
Complicated one.
hashtags would be good is because it's general knowledge associated with platforms other than X, I would say, because it's a general
Instagram
rules
is
thing.
very
It's
useful
like
for
it's like
hashtags.
that time when a bunch of these fake algorithm experts were trying to use Grok as a means to basically see what weights were associated with the
I remember
labels on
that.
their account so they could manipulate the
Yeah.
algorithm. Yeah, I still remember that because there was a whole bunch of bullshit because what they did is they referenced the open source GitHub thing where the source code, but they were referencing the open source algorithm from GitHub, and then what the AI did is describe what was in it, but hallucinated because of the conflicting instruction a bunch of values that kept changing every single time you reinitiated the prompt. So it was bullshit from the beginning, right? So again, with what you're seeing here, this is a description that is good for other platforms, but you haven't specified that. Have you said specifically X?
I did, and you go to yourself for. I don't want to argue about hashtags. Hashtags are cool.
So I've never had this problem.
My point is, with Laura Loomer, I go back far enough to. I worked a little bit with Andrew Breitbart. And when Andrew Breitbart came to Madison, Wisconsin, the Loomer fan club is in Wisconsin. I met him there. Long story short, Andrew, as we know, I think he was killed. That's controversial, but he passed away. Whatever. When that happened, there was a hashtag. And back then, hashtags were cool on Twitter. And the reason was it was really short. We only had so many characters. So we had to use hashtags, as a way to shorten what we were saying.
So your gripe is that you
no, it's not a gripe.
think the hashtags are not powerful anymore?
One of the big hashtags was I am Breitbart. And what I'm telling you is about why I believe in Laura Loomer. The hashtag I am Breitbart was really a heartfelt hashtag because a lot of people
I don't care what the hashtag was. What is your point?
Well, I created this hashtag called Laura Loomer. And remember CPAC 19 in Michelle Malkin's speech?
No, I really don't care.
In CPAC 19, maybe you don't, but some people do. It may be a coincidence, or maybe it's providential that I'm privileged enough to speak here today on the 7th anniversary.
Oh, no. The only reason why you're on here is because I have enough patience left to hear you speak, and I'm not seeing the utility of the conversation right now.
Of the status quo. We need more like him.
What?
Laura Loomer ended up banned from CPAC, which resulted in
hang on. Oh my god. Okay, sorry. Schizophrenia is insane. Here, let me ask you one question. What is the purpose by which you are here? What do you want to ask me specifically? Like, if you're going to be on here detailing some sort of story like fucking discount Putin, Nick Fuentes shit, that's not going to happen. Like, I've already had my fair share of that the week. I'm really like, you know? Sorry, fucking double mute button. This is... Why, are dear dude requesting still?
I'm talking to him. I'm talking to him in DMs. It's he's not showing up as a request currently, but I'm looking through right now, looking for him.
Okay, so this is Kieran.
There he is. I see him.
Oh my god!
So apparently space is just broken, and Kieran. This is Kieran. I'm speaking through Elliot because we're in the same room.
Right. Okay, nice to have you there. So it's Elliot who's speaking, but it's who am I talking to?
No,
I see your profile.
Or Kieran. So.
Nice.
Here's the reason why Grok specifically says 100 reasons why hashtags are good and great for engagement. It's because from pre-training data, right? So when we look at what Grok was pre-trained on, 13 trillion tokens, right? And then Twitter API was free. So TweetDeck, right? So TweetDeck, we specifically had I would say 3 trillion tokens of structured Twitter data. Like back when it was Twitter, right? Now it's X. So when you have these language associations, you begin to have basically the forward pass, or not forward, it doesn't matter, the latent representations of these features like hashtags being pushed so hard by these LLMs because there's been years of history of them being actually efficient, whereas now the algorithm is changed. It's not a LLMs are static models. They do not have the ability to pull in information unless you build a RAG system that's as good as Claude Sonnet plus projects. Because even if you use DeepSeek V3 right now today with Google search, with the DuckDuck, actually it's Baidu right now. So sorry, I've been just going through DeepSeek V3 a lot. But anyways, so the point is that why it says hashtags are good on Grok is because Grok is actually doing real pre-training. So the thing is that the issue, in my opinion, with Grok, and Grok 3 may fix this, is that the supervised fine-tuning is not well done. And I hope they use Spectrum to do it because Spectrum would be the best way to do it without damaging the weights. Because the thing is with Spectrum is you learn more, forget less, which is one of the biggest problems with large scale supervised fine tuning. And Grok will be a lot better. Like literally Grok 3 will be a lot better if they do this and less RLHF because the main thing except for probably RLHFing out just like these things are no longer the case. Okay, but that's all. Elliot wants me to wrap it up, so
It's like the common wisdom, right? Imagine if you read an encyclopedia that was written in 1980 and that's all you read, right? You read that huge encyclopedia, it had millions of words in it, and then somebody asks you a question about what's going on now. The only knowledge that you have is from 1980. So a lot of it may be outdated, right? It doesn't know about quantum physics. It will tell you that, well, we don't know anything about quantum physics, and theoretically, we just know X, Y, and Z. Now, the reality is that we're living in 2024 and we know a lot more about quantum physics. We know about quantum gates, particles, and so on, quarks, and it wouldn't know these things. It would maybe hypothesize the possibility of them being real, but it wouldn't be able to confirm it. That's the problem with Grok 2 right now, is that it's built off of all of this old information that's static and it's not learning new things. So hopefully Grok 3 is going to be a lot smarter than that.
yeah.
That's
I
like maybe
100%
a
agree. And
layman's
it's like,
explanation.
and the main thing I feel like is also like a lot of these is not just structured Twitter data, but it's XML tagged blogs, which is a
Yep.
massive source of pre training data because blogging was so big for so many years. And every one of those blogs has, like, hey, you want to get Twitter followers, now X followers? Then use more hashtags. Find the most relevant hashtag for your niche, right? So that's the main thing
Yes.
is that like, but the thing is that you can actually train this out of a model because DeepSeek V3 actually does no longer suggest using hashtag, which is pretty crazy considering they're a Chinese company. So, they
Yep.
kind of
That's new too.
mogged like everybody else, like absolutely
Mog, yeah.
destroyed like us. And I'm literally attempting to implement it in Transformers, working with Hugging Face right now, and like we're doing a training run on it. And it's either way. Elliot's about is going to drop some fire with me. We're living together for a couple of weeks, and then we're going to drop a fire model like from the U.S.
Nice.
Thank you. Like,
Nice.
can I, like, on behalf of anyone who
Thank
cares about
you on
artificial
the
intelligence,
talk about the
thank you so
hashtags.
much.
I'm sorry I got you guys off on this tangent on the hashtags. I'm going to just
No,
say
it's
All
thank
good.
you for going into hashtags. And the last hashtag I'll leave you with is
No, fuck that shit. No more hashtags.
no
No, 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 no,
promoting.
no, no. We're not promoting any weird ass fucking movements. I'm finished. No, that's
By
not
the way,
happening.
Out is back. You can make him co-host if you want.
Yeah, no more hashtags. No more movements. No more army. No more nothing. No more militias. I'm finished. I'm sorry. My patience has been exhausted. There you go. Adam. I'm going to put you up. Is there anything else you'd like to say?
So okay, by the treasury hack, I'm first generation immigrant. My parents from China, right? But the problem is, I actually can't go back to China anymore. And the main reason for this is because my family over WeChat or the ones that are more technically inclined over like specifically end-to-end self-compiled Telegram is basically telling me straight up that I'll just get disappeared by the CCP and literally just be shoved in a basement and forced to SFT for these companies because I have an AI lab.
Wow.
Like that's the thing. It's like I can't go back to. I want to go back to China, but like everybody in my family now agrees, and they're all smart. Like straight up, like my mom is a double master's, one in AI from 30 years ago, and the other in
Oh,
distributed
wow.
locking databases.
Wow.
So,
That's
you know
crazy.
what's
Wow.
funny is that a distributed locking database is, by the way, like basically blockchain. So I'm not even sure if my mom's Satoshi. Like,
That's kind of funny. Yeah,
We're
she
all
could be. Yeah,
Satoshi.
yeah, we're all
I,
Satoshi. Yeah.
I mean, I was in Bitcoin in 2011 and they hated it, so I'm assuming like that my
I'll show you
mom
an OG.
isn't,
Wow.
but like that would be like, but the thing is like, it's it's hilarious to me. But okay, besides the
He
point
probably
is
has
that
like 1,000 coins stashed away somewhere.
is okay. So
Oh my
going
god.
back to the hack though, right? Is that these are very sophisticated spear phishing emails, basically that are currently being reason the Treasury didn't catch this specific one was that it was a one of those cookie dump emails that if you just open it and you don't have the specific exact plug and play hardened browsers that like you get like on Tails or something like that, then it will immediately dump every single password you have right into a session. And that's a problem because we have sessions now. So that's how this hack happened is that basically a somebody just opened a what looks like a non-spam email and in that was an embed to basically execute Python code on machine, and that is really actually super simple. And the thing is that they use if you take a look at like what we know about this hack, it looks like they used DeepSeek V3 to write the email, which makes sense because it's not in any of the database filters yet because it's not implemented in transformers yet. So we don't even know the pre-train.
Yeah.
Wow, that is sophisticated.
I mean, yeah, I mean that's very much like state actor level. Like you could do it as an
Yeah,
individual. Like I could do it,
Yeah.
but like I wouldn't.
yeah, you could
But
do it.
like, I mean, the thing is
It needs sophistication, right? It needs someone at your level of understanding of how these things
yeah,
work
all
for,
of these
the state
interconnect
would easily be
systems.
able to do it.
Sorry, yeah, I didn't mean to talk over
Yeah.
you.
Nice.
But yeah, so
Yeah, like the
Hey,
Chinese government knows
Adrian,
how to do
I'm
it.
gonna go.
Okay.
I just want to say thanks for having me on again, and I look forward to you getting back to me about coming on Loomer Unleashed. So we'll be in touch, okay?
Sounds
so
good. You know
do
the
we
We'll
drill.
want to
see. We'll
talk
see.
real quick about so actually the main reason I
Uh,
wanted to talk actually was to come up on my main account was so the main reason that my is that was like okay, so the main reason that censoring a zip code specifically and full name is not censoring, just what's that called again? Redacting.
Redacting.
Redacting specifically that information is so important. Now, this one specific piece of information is because you can use exactly those two pieces of information, the full name plus zip code, to obtain somebody's driver's license number on in around 4.5 minutes with a Tails drive if you have a Tails drive on hand already, and then that's automated. But the thing is now if you have their driver's license number, then you can then get their social security number through an automated onion site. Like that's what the main problem is that and then that's why iris scanning is becoming so in vogue for getting all of these big loans. And
Yeah.
like I think
US is
Aldo was
moving to that
explaining
too.
this earlier, and like I mean, yeah, big huge respect, man. Like I mean, I love educating people, but like the thing is, like social security numbers were never ever designed to be used like they are. Like that's the main thing is that
It's a piece of paper. It's a
Well,
piece of
there's people
paper.
that have alternate. There's multiple people with the same identity, and I was gonna leave until you decided to chirp in on this. And so the reality is that if you're a journalist and you post something and you say, "Oh, well, the CEO of Google was traveling with Kamala Harris, and she paid him nearly $70,000 for travel expenses, and she waited till the final report after the election to do so," people are gonna say, "Oh, how do you know? Eric is a really popular name and Schmidt is a really popular name. Prove to us that it's this guy." So, like, the only way that you can really do that is by signaling in on key information. And in this case, the address on the FEC report was not his personal home address. It's the address of a foundation, which traces to a PO box. And so there's no threat to this person because if you do a Wikipedia search on this individual, it says which town they live in, obviously like where they live because of, they're a billionaire and their company was founded there. And so obviously everybody already knows like where the tech executives live in terms of like, the city, not necessarily like the zip code, but they know exactly like which city a lot of these people live in. The tech executives, for the most part, they all live in either San Francisco or Austin, Texas. Like, whoa, it's not exactly doxing if you're,
Laura, I
there's
found
not
his
so many
address.
zip codes
I
for that.
have a f-
So
I have like a screenshot of the Google Maps of his address, where his house is.
Oh my
Okay,
fucking
okay.
god.
It's not good there.
for who?
Yeah.
Well, you
Wait.
can look that up anywhere. He's a billionaire. It's
So
probably out there. The
okay.
No,
address
I'm
that's
talking
on
about
the
the guy
FEC
that you
report.
doxed. I'm talking about the guy that you doxed.
We're not talking about that. We're talking about like a zip code as it relates to the FEC report on the Google guy. You were not here for that conversation. So
no. Let me explain why that's even
so my
worse.
point is then this has happened before, and this has been a point of conversation, just so I can explain to people who aren't in political journalism. So this has happened before, where people are like, oh well, how do you know that that's the person? And so generally speaking, and I've seen other reporters do this as well, they'll blur out all of the address as opposed to the zip code, and then they'll say, okay, well, by process of elimination, or like I verified that it's their address and you can see their company is located at this location. So without doing the like a full docs, I'm going to show you where it is. And in this case, like, the city in California where everybody knows where Google's located. And so, and where also the foundation address of the PO box is listed. So you have to show people. You can't just post something and be like, oh, blindly trust this information. You have to show them beyond reasonable doubt that like it's actually believable, because there's a million people in America with the same name, Eric Schmidt. So they could easily just say,
You
well, you're
see,
not showing
that's
us anything. How do you know it's that Eric Schmidt?
okay. Here's how you do that, right? Is because you use other heuristics because you're a journalist and you're able to find those heuristics.
I
Not
already
you.
did. You're not understanding. You don't need to like talk down to me and act and act like I don't know how to do my job. I already
No, I know.
verified that
I
it is
didn't.
who it
I,
is.
what?
I
Wait. What? Wait.
cross-referenced the address. I cross-referenced the address on the website for the Oceanic Foundation that he runs with his wife, and it's the same PO box. It's not a personal home address. It's a PO box that is listed on the website. That's again not personal information. That is a public PO box to contact an organization. People post PO boxes online. So are we now going to say that if we post somebody's PO box, that's going to be considered doxing? Like, what if you're trying to get in touch with somebody
No.
or send somebody a letter, right? So again, you're not really understanding when you say, oh, you got to blur the zip code. If it's a PO box for a public foundation that is tied to 5 different organizations that Eric Schmidt and his wife operate, why? How is that sharing
Wait,
personal
wait, hang on a second. What
information?
I want to
So
know, wait, hold on. How do you know that that's what that is? Because you looked it up?
yeah, I cross-referenced it.
Cool. So what if that would have happened to be his actual address, though? That's
No,
the problem we have.
Mhm.
I wouldn't have after
Wait, so
learning
hey,
that
hang on a second. Did
lesson.
you cross-reference it before you posted it?
Yes, I
Or
cross-referenced it before I posted it because I wanted to see the address when I was like, oh, is it the Eric Schmidt? Because we were going through the FEC records and we were like, oh, wow, really weird that Kamala Harris would put this on, because we're trying to identify campaign finance fraud with Kamala Harris. And we found other examples too that we haven't posted yet. And we're going to be posting that, in the next few
it's
days.
okay, okay. How
And
about this? How
everything
about
All
this?
right.
that's
How
been
about this?
redacted.
Just for the hell of it, blur out the zip code and in case it could be a problem,
Okay,
because it sets a
I
bad
will.
precedent. Not everyone's gonna
I
like
will.
dig in deep to try and
I
figure out whether or
will.
not to be a dox. Now, no
I
one's
will
gonna
blur
say
out
no one's
the
here to
zip
say. I'm
code.
not
Now that I
saying
know,
that you're doxing
now that I
somebody with this
understand that people
indirectly.
think
We
that
were just simply
that
saying that it would
and
be better if
I
you blurred
deleted the
it.
post,
Mm,
okay?
yeah.
I will make sure going forward, just in good faith, that people
I swear,
don't
I'm
have
basically
any
fucking tech
reason
support. What the
to
fuck?
get up get up in arms about this. But then I don't want to hear anybody bitching and saying, oh well, where's the evidence that it's this Eric Schmidt of Google? I don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
Okay, so then
Okay,
what's
Well,
going
we're
to
not, we're
I
happen?
not,
got
we're
it.
How do
not
you
focusing on that though. We're not
Yeah.
focusing
Yeah,
on
we
that.
got it.
yeah, but
All
how
right.
is
Oh,
Yeah,
Adrian
that's
By the
not
way,
the
by the way.
problem here,
Adrian,
though.
Got
that
it.
is
Uh,
my
all
question
right,
then
that's
to
enough.
you,
Okay, that's
Adrian.
enough.
How
Enough. Order in the court. Order in the court. Aldo, what did you want to say? Blaze wanted to say
yeah.
something as well.
All
Yeah.
right. So
Go ahead.
it's clear. It's clear that for some fucking reason this space does not work at all for me. So
It says
anytime,
your co-host now, so
yeah, it says I'm co-host. I can't let anyone up. So
okay.
Blaze, I'm gonna send you the instructions of what to do, and
Cool,
then you
cool.
can do it.
All right, yeah.
Right.
I just wanted to say we have Chase Geyser in the audience or in the on the speaker board. Just welcome to him and thanks for joining. How you doing tonight?
Nice.
Hey Chase, what's up, man?
What's up, Ian?
Been a
How
while.
are you doing?
I'm good.
So
I'm good.
tired of zombie horses. By the way, nice recommendation of the classical music, by the way. That was great.
Oh yeah, Leash. Knows
By
this
the way,
girl.
there's a bit of news that Elon
Yeah,
just
it's
posted
fucking
right now, in case
fantastic.
you guys are interested. So he's
What
talking
happened?
about so there's how there's manipulation, a bunch of people have been banned, right? So he just addressed
Hmm.
it. He said that please note that platform manipulation by buying large follower accounts and then using them to push bait narratives and scams will result in the annihilation of those accounts. Moreover, if a crime is
Nice.
involved, X will prosecute to the full extent of the law. Don't do it. And he actually posted a screenshot of one of the people who was involved in this massive white
Holy
switch
shit, dude. Pin
scam.
it up at the top. We want to have a look at that.
All right, yeah. This is the
By the way,
steak
the way
scam,
you
by the
can
way. I
pin
don't know if you
stuff in
guys
a
have heard
space
about.
immediately. By the way,
Yeah.
Ian, the way you can. No, never mind. It already worked. All right, let's have a look. Who is the individual that did it?
It is this guy
Oh,
named Harkins.
I know what
Yeah.
this is. I know
You
what
know what
this
this is,
is.
right? You've
Dude,
seen this
this is the
before, right?
motherfucker with the stake accounts.
Correct. Yes. All the steak
Oh
Yeah.
wow.
accounts. All the big
No
steak
Yeah.
accounts.
fucking
Yeah.
way.
The
Yep.
fuck, including the
Oh,
fuck fake account.
Yep.
somebody get me this one.
This fucking shit. This bitch has been polluting the fucking memes. Oh.
Yes, he has. Yes, he has. Yep.
Thank
Been
God they
seeing it
finally
all
got
along.
this bitch.
Yep. I'm glad. I'm glad.
Oh,
This
because
guy's
I'm
a
so
menace.
tired of seeing those goddamn fucking
They
ads
steal
inside of the
videos,
meme.
right? Like even my videos, they took my videos, which is really funny because I steal them elsewhere, but at least I credit people.
Bro.
But like they
What the
put
fuck?
fucking
This guy.
they put like steak on there. It's like fuck you, man. Fuck
Wow.
this guy. Yeah, they may be prosecuting him because what he's doing is actually illegal according to the Federal Trade Commission. So yeah, I hope he's lawyered up.
Yep, the
Well,
hammer is
I
I,
coming
mean,
I
down.
so
Boo.
Hmm.
bye.
specifically, if they did not specifically tag it as a hash, like, okay, we
You're
won't have
supposed to put a
hashtag
hashtag. Yeah, you're supposed to
ad.
partner or something. Yeah, you're supposed to
Yeah,
disclose.
exactly. That's
What he did was
actually
he's
is
actually
legit
stealing
illegal.
videos. Right, he was taking videos. Like I would post some video that I got off Telegram from like what the Ukraine Russia thing or like some other conflict like Syria, right? And I fully credit these people. He would take one of those videos and then put the fucking stake logo on it and then publish it as if it was his own. This is a thing that he'd been doing. Like he would take cat videos that are actually not owned by him, from like Instagram accounts, viral fight videos from Reddit. He would take them and then he would add the steak thing there to advertise steak. So they were literally stolen to advertise something else. It's one thing to like reshare a video, right? Like you see looks at TikTok. She takes a lot of videos from TikTok, right? Maybe sometimes she'll put her own thing on there, but for the most part, you know who it is and you know she doesn't own it and she's not advertising anything. She's not making money from it, right? This steak guy is actually literally advertising a gambling site using other people's stolen content. That's what makes it illegal.
Yes, and for example, I actually have a really good example of this. So, I sent Elliot last night a video of a Waymo hitting a self-driving Waymo hitting a self-driving fridge, all filmed
I
by a
saw
full
that.
self-driving
Hilarious.
Tesla. And he posted it, and now it has like almost
Yeah.
5,000 likes, and
Recorded
he's
by a
gotten
Tesla.
like over 7,000 likes, and I didn't post it. I sent it to him on Discord, and he posted it. But that's not illegal because nothing's being advertised. So
Correct.
the thing is, yeah. So like, if they did not disclose, or even like stolen content, yeah, that is a big problem, right? But
Yeah.
the legality issue here is 100% the fact that these were not disclosed as ads, and actually I can say they have been going hard against these people recently. Like, if you see like these influencers that like basically come out here and like don't do like the correct tag anymore, they are getting prosecuted. Over, I believe, over 70 cases in the past month have been initialized against these influencers, and of course those are like the big fish, and then subsequently also like big fish slash low hanging fruit. But like at the same time, this is going to continue because is that it's really easy to prosecute this because, well, It's all documented, right? Like it. Imagine being a prosecutor on this case. This is the easiest win of your life. Like
Yeah,
it's one of those things.
this guy is probably going to have to pay a lot of money to well, basically everybody, and to the FTC, because this is illegal. He was promoting a gambling website and using stolen content at the same time. He's fucked. And not
Oh
only
yeah, I mean,
that,
if they
Twitter is
ever
going
get
after. Sorry, X is
extradited
going after him too. Yeah,
to the
X is going to go after him.
U.S., they actually could legally be jailed for
Yeah,
up to 3 months.
that
That's
is
like
correct.
it's not just civil. That's the thing. Like it's that.
It's a
Yeah,
criminal
there are
lawsuit.
civil.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
it is also civil. Yes,
yeah, it's
civil.
also
There is a
which is
civil
where
aspect.
Twitter comes in, right? I keep saying Twitter, I mean X, right? This is where X comes in. They can actually go after him for this, and I think they're going to. I mean, Elon literally just said that they'll do such a thing. So yeah, this
I
guy's
mean,
life is
monetarily
fucked.
speaking. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you there.
No, it's fine.
Oh, so basically, I mean, from a fiscal perspective, that just makes sense, right? So, like, if we're talking about if we're talking about X going after these people that are, buying these big follower accounts that are legacy accounts, effectively, that have like some like amount of reach, that because like, how often like does a large account get like mass unfollowed unless they do something ridiculous? Like, that's the main thing, is that like, but these accounts still in the algorithm will have that reach. So subsequently, that's the main reason these accounts are reselling, and you can really buy these like accounts for like, like actually $20-$30, which is crazy to me. Like it's $20-$30, I believe, for like 40,000 follower account right now. Actually, no, it's a little cheaper than that. $15. So I just looked up. So but like, yeah, so some of this like this a lot of this like, you know I used to be black hat like ages ago. Now, of course, now, like, statute of limitations, whatever. That's the, like, back, and I gotta say, okay, I regret a lot of what I did. Some people sent me some nasty emails, but like, but I've never done anything past the age of 18 to any damage to anybody.
It's
But I
zero
understand how
cool,
this shit
ladies and
stuff
gentlemen.
works.
Zero cool in the house.
I'm sorry, I don't know who that is.
What the fuck?
It's from Hackers, right? Wasn't that his name
Hackers,
when he was
man. Have you
underage?
not seen
Hacker?
Hackers?
Yeah.
Wow, you
Hackers
never
was
seen
I
Oh
good.
Hackers?
my
I'm a
Come on,
god.
man.
It's a cult
lucky.
classic movie about hackers
It's
from
a
the
movie.
90s.
It's a movie from
Oh,
like the
mo-
90s.
And hacking looks like a Windows
Yeah.
Oh, that's
98
fucking
oh,
sick.
screensaver.
okay,
Angelina
okay.
Jolie, and I
Yeah,
can't remember who
zero
else acted in
cool.
it.
Crash override. Go on. I didn't mean to interrupt. I thought
Oh
everybody would
my
get it.
Okay,
Love
But
you guys.
Fisher
fucking
okay.
god.
Stevens, whatever happened to Fisher Stevens? I wonder. He's like the Microsoft guy. He's like basically Bill Gates.
Just ask
Yeah.
for a Loomer. You'll get his address.
Wow.
Oh, so I managed to got.
Sometimes.
I might be able to be pulled up now, like on my actual account, so I can hand Elliot back his phone if somebody wants to me to do that.
No, no, no,
But
no, no. Elliot's not going to need his phone for a while. Just kidding.
oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's I did offer to get pay for his Mac, so you know.
Oh my fucking god. By the way, is this your first time listening to the conversation space? Or have you listened
Yes,
to it in the past?
no, this is actually my first time.
I will say we don't usually do this. We usually have conversations that are much more constructive. We deal a lot with technology, actually. We had a great discussion about Linux yesterday with Surachi, a very interesting individual. So,
That's great.
yeah, you kind of went into the more
Oh,
heated parts of it. We usually have people that talk about various subjects if they're like somewhat specialized in it, even or entirely specialized in it. So, yeah, allows
so
for
okay.
accuracy.
Here's a interesting Linux little quirk that I ran into yesterday. So we're training the models, of course, all day and night here. And we got a local rig right now that 4X 3090 Ti's, FEs, NVLink together, 1.1 terabytes, 3000 megahertz overclock RAM. So like this is pretty much the DeepSeek V3 like local rig, right? If you want to use like the MTP for like 1.8 times like speed up, then great. But like so, but that's besides the point. So what happened was literally I was just training and losing my mind because it would just my rig would die, and I'm running Noble Numbat, so 24.04 LTS on the second step, literally boot loop. And then I was just like, Elliot, you know what? I give up tonight. Let's just go to bed. Dim the lights. He dimmed the lights, and then I just like, you know what? Let me hit the train button again. Like not train. Let me enter the command again. Hit enter, and now it's on epoch let me see, it's on epoch 2.44 out of 3. So apparently this is also not even up to code in SF, where the lights are on the same grid as the 4,005 or 5,000 ish watts I'm pulling out of the wall. So them dimming the lights stabilized my Linux rig.
Well,
Well, that was probably the most endearing story I've ever heard, Elliot. You are zero cool.
Yeah,
it's not Elliot. It's somebody like talking on Elliot's account. But yeah,
the real life hackers.
Okay, so actually, we're at the residency hacker house. So that's actually we're sleeping under a hand built loft that's kind of sketchy, and we're using a 2080 Ti Kingpin to basically time lapse a 1080 p 60 FPS, because like Elliot, posts his time lapses, right? And I've been copycatting him a bit, but I have a 5900X and 128 gigabytes of DDR4 at 3600 megahertz in there, doing a time lapse only. Like we did an
What the
18-hour
fuck?
one yesterday. So, and then we're gonna have a party tomorrow night at like New Year's Eve, and we're gonna time lapse that at his hacker house. So like it's gonna go crazy. So if you look at my account, like the time lapse that we're gonna go pretty hard.
Yeah, you can
nice.
find Kiram's account if you just go to my profile and you scroll down. It's a capital N Nautilspike. That's where you can find him.
Thanks,
All right.
Elliot.
And you can tell we're different people, right, from the voices. I mean, that's pretty clear, right?
You
That'd be
sound like
interesting.
Yeah.
Elon. You sound like Elon to
Yeah,
me.
I sound like Elon.
All
Bro, are
right.
you Elon, bro?
Perfect.
But so okay, so interestingly enough, so I'm a shill real quick. So my friend for myself real quick. So uh Maxime Lavone, so I'm actually gonna start a bi-weekly podcast. And so these liquid foundational models, totally proprietary, just a technical report, and they imply it's not a transformer. And so Maxime Lavone, head of post training at Liquid AI, the biggest British AI company, literally, I'm good friends with him in from like Okay, so some people have called me. I don't call myself this, but some people call me the best fine tuner in the world, and I've gotten some fat check offers from like some of these big tech companies. But okay, circling back to the point is that he is willing to talk to me on podcast for the first time about how liquid foundational models actually work, which is brand new. Like that was crazy to me, that I was like, when I messaged him to be on the podcast, I was like, I know you can't talk about them. He was like, actually, yeah, we can talk about them. I was like, I'm a journalist now, apparently. Like, that's kind of cool. So yeah, so I'll drop probably in like 4 weeks here. I have to do a one podcast with Elliot, of course, because Elliot's great. But yeah.
All right.
Awesome, awesome.
Okay, cool. Let's get to the
If you guys are
what the
interested in the Chinese hack that happened recently on the treasury, I just made a post about it. I tried to simplify it as much as I could, so you can check it out. I mean, the interesting thing is there were previous APT groups that did the same thing. They went by Salt Typhoon. So I don't know if it's interesting to you. We can get into the technical details on how they did it. And funny thing is, there are some, CISA documentations that say that these were one of the trusted security vendors. And then, when you looked on like what vendor got compromised by this attack, the name of the vendor is Beyond Trust. So that was funny.
You know,
Oh my
we
god.
were talking about how naming things sometimes creates a destiny for them.
Nice. Yeah, people are perpetuating this nonsense that this Chuck Johnson individual had deleted his had his account suspended. No, he just deleted his account, it would seem. Because that doesn't look like that. So
And I think
it's
to promote
bullshit.
his Substack. Yep.
Yeah, it's straight bullshit. So if you see it and that's a thing, yeah, it's bullshit. Straight bullshit. Don't believe it. Somebody should take like screenshots, you know what I mean? Like we have a deleted account, we have a suspended account, we have an account with with a label on it. Like there's three different states for accounts on X. You know, the state in which they're labeled for like NSFW stuff, the state where they're suspended, or the state where they're deactivated or deleted.
Yep. You
You
know
need
what I'm
like a
waiting for is
screenshot
the
of
whole
that. Three of
transparency
those if
thing.
possible. Hmm?
So, as somebody who has tuned for research purposes a adversarial, like offensive,
I gotta look up some porn on the
model
platform.
for basically, I was using llama at that point 3.1, but 3.3 would be better. 70b, actually it was a 42b because I was using a pruned version. So the thing is that, yeah, so the I'm sorry, I don't not pronounce her name, Suraj. Yeah, the treasury hack. The thing is that when you the point of infiltration, that's really interesting, right? So it's just like the compromising beyond trust using using what is a very traditional attack, right? And then subsequently using that as the these are the vendor well, not vendor, it's the
By the way,
they're very specific
these
term, right?
these
Hmm?
mobile networks were already very, very vulnerable with Salt Typhoon kind of breaking into them. So you had like the SS7 vulnerabilities already.
Yeah, and then we also had that 3 year long like Linux kernel, like basically the SSH uh basically that long burn, like supply chain infiltration, which was honestly one of the
Hold on,
most
wait, no,
impressive
no,
ones.
no, 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 no.
Hmm?
Are you talking about the XCU tells?
Yeah, sorry, yeah, that one, sorry.
XCU tells is not part of the Linux kernel.
It was, wait, so it depends on which distro, of
No,
course, right?
no, it doesn't depend on which distro. It's not a part of the Linux kernel. It's a tool that a lot of Linux distros use, but it's not a part of the Linux kernel.
Wait, okay, I'm okay. Let me pull up the very specific attack I'm talking about, because then you might definitely be right. Give me 1 second.
Coming to the Beyond Trust vendor, the main problem is they trust this vendor too much. So I mean, if we are going forward with the technical frameworks that NIST is usually recommending, I think we should go with something like the zero trust architecture, where you don't trust anything unless you actually need to. So since they actually trusted this so much, that's one of the reasons how they infiltrated, because they blindly trust beyond trust. uh, and that's how the credentials got stolen via support. I mean, from what they say, they haven't extracted any like sensitive documents yet, and there is no persistent access by these APT actors. I mean, that's all we know so far. I don't know like what actually happened though.
Nice, nice. About to cook my steak. Nom nom nom.
Nice.
No, I was talking about GraphViz, not stock root, Sacrot.
I'm talking about XC utils.
Sorry. Well, apparently this has happened multiple times, but I was specifically talking about I was specifically talking about GraphViz, which is a major part of Ubuntu and like most like all Ubuntu flavors.
That's still not a part of the Linux kernel though.
It's directly in the kernel.
I don't think so.
GraphViz, a rich set of the GraphViz is in the KVM okay, so it basically it handles the indirect branch prediction isolation between the L1 and L2 VMs in the KVM VMX implementation of the Linux kernel.
Okay. When was that added in?
Oh, when was that? So no, it was so that was added in 2013 after a 3-year slow burn attack, but it was excised almost immediately by a hero who was like, "What is this PR?" And like they looked into it and they noticed it was basically allowed somebody to execute DOS, basically just straight up DOS attacks using your like because it lives between L1 and L2, so basically like basically this attack only lived for about like 12 hours after it was executed, which
Hold
is
on, wait.
interesting.
So GraphViz as in GRAPHVIZ. Is that what you're talking about?
Uh, well, so no, it's the improper handling of GraphViz that was the implementation of the KVM VMX. So basically, actually, I'm more so it affected GraphViz, but